And we're live.
Are we live right now?
Yes. We am live.
Firebane seems scared. What's the matter, Firebane? Are you lost? Did a bad man offer you candy and then put you in a van?
Bad man offer you candy.
I mean, who turns down free candy? That's not how we do. All right.
But anyways, hello. What's going on out there, all you guys out there in the interwebs, on the YouTubes and the Twitch land and all that other fun stuff? You are here tonight watching Gamers and Meat and your boy, your friendly neighborhood nut jerk, Dave the Nut, with his boys at Gamers and Meat. So, anyways, I'm not sure how this is going to be on OBS, so I'm just going to point where I am on Skype, and let's see if this works. So, up to the upper left-hand corner, we got the one and only Tipsy Timmy Tiptottle, the silent Dr. Man.
It's great because he's on the right on the live stream. You're on the left, Firebane's on bottom right, and then me and the Tweedle Fucktard are on bottom left.
Yeah, okay. Up top, we have the brain power behind Gamers and Mead. We have the one and only Captain Tenrak Taylor, the titanically terrible, and his brother, the one and only Shibo Akuma, Von Drunky the Fuck Clown, the legendary Walrus Tiger Mustard Eating Cheeseburger Bandit.
Close enough.
I mean, I'm okay with
And
eating
then
some
we
walrus.
also have our special guest, Mr. Firebane.
I tip my hat to you, but I only have a hood, so instead I'll flip it and flip it back.
Ooh, see that? He just tipped his hat at you. It's on.
I can't tip a hat. I don't have a hat.
Exactly, he wins.
Shit, no, we can't hear him
Metaphorical
now.
hat.
Oh, I was just kidding.
Okay.
Ah.
You bastard!
You just made me get so scared. I was like, well, there goes the audio again. God damn it, we're gonna have to start fresh.
All right. So the first question, the first question of the day, as usually, is who's gonna end up starting us off?
I would actually like to start off with something first, right before we get into all that business. So,
All right. Shoot, Davey Nut.
just a little bit of a word of our guest of the honor tonight, Firebane over here. Aside from being a really classy streamer and a really cool guy, be sure to drop him a follow on Twitch.
He drinks
the other thing
martinis.
too, and he does drink martinis, but the biggest thing of all is, and if I
Best off
give
using
a
your
minute
phone
to say Firebane
with no.
over here
nothing in it.
is a proud veteran of the United States Navy and has
Woo!
served for 21 years with pride and distinction.
Yeah.
He was way out of high school 21 years ago and has recently completed his GED and graduated with flying colors.
Aw,
we
yeah.
We at Gamers and Mead and here at Dave the Nut would like to personally toast you, Firebane, to your success. Thank you, sir, for serving your country.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Cheers.
Appreciate that,
Cheers.
guys. You nailed that almost 100% accurately. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. And cheers to, well, first off, that's I went into the service 21 years ago. I did not serve for 21 years. I appreciate you saying that, though. 9 years. 9 years, and then I got medically retired. They said, nope, you're too broken, get out. I looked up from my wheelchair and said, but I'm fine. And theyey're like, no.
I can still hold a gun.
I'm not
You can
Lieutenant
just push
Dan.
me
I
at
got
people.
2 legs.
Wheel me down the street and I can
Just,
do work.
just
Dude,
put some put some
definition-
50 cals on the wheels and just keep rolling and shooting at people.
Definition of a drive-by, dude. You could have been so useful.
Exactly.
I really could have. I'm just telling you.
They just, all you gotta do is strap on some little boosters, like in Mythbusters, to the back of your wheelchair, hit the button, and just fly down the street.
And for all of those who are watching, you should feel sorry for Firebane right now.
On the side of a cliff 50 feet in.
Nah, it would only last like a few seconds. It'd be like a quick boost, and then like someone on the other end like grab you and wheel you.
Everybody who's watching, just a little word of advice: feel a little bit sorry for Firebane right now. He's stuck with Sky Martinis. I feel really sorry. I wish I could send him a bottle of my scotch right now, but it wouldn't get there on time.
Cannot drink.
What did you do?
I accidentally made a clicky.
I have Sky Vodka. However, if you're ever going to actually make a martini, because I do a lot of teaching of alcohol and how to drink on my show, because really we have to touch on the important things in life.
I like Goose.
I prefer to use Sapphire Gin. If you're going to make a martini,
Yes.
it's Sapphire Gin.
Dude, yes.
Vodka, call it a vodka martini.
Shaken or stirred, mate?
Shaken.
No, okay. Do you guys really want me to do that? Okay.
Yes.
Don't ever, God damn it, James Bond was an idiot. And yes, he slept with lots of women. Still an idiot. You don't actually shake don't tell your bartender this, he'll spit in your drink. Don't shake a gin martini. The reason for that is you'll do what's called bruising the gin.
Uh-oh.
No. No crime. Firebane is not actually a drunk. He's a Russian and a Scotsman and Irish.
I'm just a drunk. There's a difference.
Yeah.
He's the classy
drunk.
drinker. I'm the trashy drinker.
Yep.
I mean, look at the top.
As you can tell from what they're wearing, Firebane looks classy as hell. Brandon looks like, I don't know, someone picked him up in the street gutter.
In my defense, it is very cold outside.
It was like just like last week when I was drinking Guinness number 2. He said, "I'm on Blue Moon number 7 to 10." I goes, "I don't care. You're an alcoholic."
Yeah.
So,
It's
No,
true.
unless you go to meetings, you're not an alcoholic.
Exactly.
Well, he doesn't go to meetings.
Fuck the meetings. If I wanted to keep a meeting, I'd go to my fucking Thursday appointment with the psychiatrist, but I don't go to that either, because fuck them, they're out to get me.
yeah. So, anyways, though, so just outside of that, so that I will just say again, that all of us here, thank you so much, Firebane, for your service to this country, and congratulations once again.
Toast.
And
Brost.
yes, Prost.
Oh, now the question is,
Solange.
Slancha Pro, yeah.
Gambe.
Kampai.
Yeah.
Now,
Kampai.
now the question of the hour is,
Who starts
who's
us?
gonna start things off?
I think it should be either you or Dave, because I know I have, like, the least amount of things to talk about.
I feel like I just want to talk about Deathwing real quick, because that's coming out in a couple of weeks.
Do it up.
Okay, sure. I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna just quickly search for the link to the article that I do want to talk about. But so
And I'm
Tim,
gonna
I
take
will
out my
pass the
phone.
mic actually to you. Go ahead and start your thing about Deathwing.
All right, so we have a game that is coming out December 9th by Games Workshop, working with Eidos Interactive, called Space Hulk Deathwing, based off of the tabletop game of the same name. Now, this game is in the Warhammer 40k universe, if people are familiar with that or not familiar with that. Basically, if the game itself follows a squad of Terminator Space Marines, if anyone remembers the game Warhammer 40k Space Marine that came out for, Xbox and PS4 and PC, like, those couple years ago. This is a first-person, squad-based tactical shooter coming out on December 9th. So what this does is a Space Hulk, which is basically a giant conglomeration of ships that have been mashed together in the warp, which is, sort of like space-time for the 40k universe, has now been spit out into real space, and you, the Deathwing of the Dark Angels chapter, have been sent to investigate what's in it.
Alright, all I know is the Dark Angels are savages. From when I played, back when I played tabletop with Morgan, I was a Dark Angel, and I'm like,
Yeah.
BRB, gonna wreck everything inside.
All I know is this
I
sort of
was Dark
sounds like
Angel too.
Destiny
Remember, I was a
taking
consecrator.
edition.
The Dark Angels...
And you
the
pulled off the
Deathwing-
100-yard pistol headshot.
The Deathwing are the special, basically the special ops of the Dark Angels. They are what is known as the Suicide Squad, pretty much, of the Dark Angels. So they don't care
Sounded.
about sacrificing themselves. They just go in, wreck shit, and leave. If they die, so be it. So, but basically what they do is
Hustle,
you invade the
Fireman,
Space Hulk as a librarian, which are the psychers of the Space Marines. They have the ability.
Psychic dudes.
Yeah, they have the ability to control the
Scions.
weapon. They can do like lightning and like force push and all this kind of stuff. It's really kind of cool.
That's what's up.
So,
Also,
you're sending,
hold on. Got 1 second. Nice hustle, Firebane.
Solid time. You must have run track back in high school.
That was good. That was good.
Look. Firewife yelled out real quick. I had to go and respond. Believe
Ooh.
me, happy wife, happy life.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
that's where it's at.
That is a lesson that you should always know. And thank you very much to Katie for that compliment. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, your lights just got turned out on you,
basically,
Fireman.
You're sent to investigate the Space Hulk, and you find that it is infested with gene stealers, which is the humanoid Tyranids, basically. And these guys are going to swarm at you from every angle, and basically their intent is to just swarm you and kill you. Now you have the ability to go through the Space Hulk, seal off doors, and sort of prevent them from chasing you. But if you seal these doors, you can't get back the same way you came in. So
Now-
you have to find a way to get out.
I'm gonna cut in right quick. I know you were telling me about this. I think it was on last week's roundtable. But fucking, this is what Warhammer 40k, Deathwatch or whatever it was, should have been. Everything about this game sounds so much better than the last
Space Marine
Warhammer.
should have been.
The
This
last,
is what Space Marine should have
dude,
been.
Space Marine honestly was garbage.
Yeah.
But like,
Disgusting.
learning
It was
about
a
here,
tragedy.
you telling me about Deathwing, I'm now like, okay, this is a game I can totally get behind.
recently, within the last couple of days, they released a 17-minute single-play gameplay video on their YouTube, and it is phenomenal.
Please tell me it's not 17 minutes and you're done the main storyline, because I might cry.
No.
Accurate, though.
It's 17 minutes of, like, the first mission.
Oh, good.
So, like, there's a whole campaign, there's multiple sections of the Space Hulk you can go into, and fans of the 40K universe will find a bunch of hidden Easter eggs, because none of the ships are the same. Each ship you go into in the Space Hulk, each room, each hallway, is all different, and the Space Hulk is made up of ships from all the way from the Horus Heresy to the 41st Millennium.
Oh, damn.
So you've got and they're immensely detailed. The graphics are phenomenal. So the single player campaign, if you want to just run straight through it, it's about 15 to 20 hours.
There we go.
But
That's solid.
And that's speed running, right?
That's like going straight through it. You can double or even triple that
Sweet.
if you look for like all the Easter eggs and all of the special stuff and all the data slates that you find. And
I'm definitely doing that.
oh god, yeah, they're immensely detailed. You should take every opportunity. It also boasts 4-player online co-op in the campaign. So you can, so it's you and 3 friends.
So you and Dave need to get PS4s, get this game, and then me and you and Brandon and Dave can all play.
Like I'm playing it with Jason, so that's what I'm doing. And
Fine, I guess I'll get it for PC.
$30. It is $30. Pick it up.
Fine, I guess I'll get it for PC.
I was about to say, yeah.
They've been standardizing their prices at $60. I mean,
Yeah, that's actually a pretty solid
breath of
pickup.
fresh air.
Yeah, 30 bucks too for that much amount of like straight through blitzing the storyline. That's a good deal.
It's a very good price, and the customization options you have for your Terminator, like weapons, is an insane range. You've got swords, storm bolters, assault cannons, plasma cannons, thunder hammers. So basically, you can play either, a backline just spray and pray, or you can get up in there with a shield and a thunder hammer and start smacking the fuck out of the Gene Stealers. So there's many different ways to play the game, and I've been excited for this game ever since they announced it in 2013. So I've been waiting about 3.5 years for this game. It's coming out.
Dude, no, he's been waiting a long time for this.
Long time coming.
Like this is almost as like this is like Tim's most wanted thing ever, aside from the most recent Division update.
Yeah, pretty much, and
maybe even more than Watch Dogs 1 when he bought into the hype.
Oh yeah, ouch. Sorry, buddy.
Shut up, Dave. Anyway, so that's basically Space Hulk Deathwing. Again, comes out December 9th, and you also get a pre-order bonus. 2 pre-order bonuses actually. You get the Mace of Caliban, which is a melee weapon. Also, you get exclusive access to the betas that are going to be coming out within the next week.
Okay.
So you can do that, which is going to be really nice. And I also want to touch on another game that doesn't have much information coming out on it just yet, but I saw a full gameplay showcase from E3 this year, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It's called Vampyr. VAMPYR.
I believe, Tim, that I mentioned this to you from, I think it was, which month's episode? Issue
I think it was this. Oh yeah, I think it was was it 2 months ago? I think it was featured.
It might have been the August issue, I think, because it was post E3 when it came
out.
Oh
yeah, so it probably was the August issue.
It wasn't a full page issue, but it was like it was a back page article, and from what I've seen, there's only been one gameplay video that was released along with the trailer. The website isn't even done yet, so there's not much. But what it is it's set in 20th century London, and you play as a doctor who has been bitten and infected as a vampire, but you have this moral choice option available to you in the game where you can sort of stave off your thirst for blood. It's basically asking, how human can a vampire actually be?
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah.
You have all of the powers of a vampire, like shadow meld, you can turn into a bat, all this kind of really cool stuff. But you have the moral choice option as well. Like, do you actually want to drain these people of blood? Do you want to just take a little bit to slake your thirst? Or do you just want to stave off human blood completely and just survive on animals?
Well,
so there's that. But I mean, Fireman, you want to jump in?
Well, the quick question is, and I'm sure this is biting at everybody's mind here, and it's a very important factor for the vampire lore and all that. We need to know: do they sparkle?
Yeah. Oh God, if they sparkle, that's a game killer.
This is important.
Oh Christ!
We're aiming for target audience.
When it is light outside, do they turn into little fairies?
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Which I have yet to see a gameplay in daylight of this game world, so I don't
probably
know.
sparkle
I hope
like
to fuck
shit.
They don't sparkle. I hope to fuck. I hope to God. But again, I do like the addition of the moral choice option to being a vampire, because normally in other vampire games you kind of don't get that.
Yeah, you kind of you're gonna kind of get, oh, kill all these people. Okay, go.
But what if I don't wanna? Well, tough. You're gonna kill them.
Kill them all. Kill them all anyways.
Why not?
So I'm very excited to see what this game is going to entail. And from what I've seen in the gameplay, the graphics look gorgeous, the voice acting is solid, the combat system is really well done, along with the stealth system.
Well,
the stealth kills are insane.
all right, guys, I gotta interject real quick. It looks like apparently Katie's on board the Sparkle train because of what Firebane said. So, yep, there's that.
Why would Katie saying that? I'm never hard at that. I hope she wasn't hurting the sparkles. Were you?
No, she says I heart Firebane. It's official. I think it's Nightmare 1 that says don't diss sparkling.
Dude, I'm a diss sparkling every chance I get. Vampires shouldn't sparkle.
Alright, if
Only
you're
at the club.
Looking like I've been fucked by a fairy.
If you're a vampire and you're sparkling, then there are many things that have gone wrong with your life, and you might need to rethink your choices. Because what Firebane said, you probably got fucked by a fairy.
All right, I'm on next.
And we're completely unaware of it. But anyway, so general consensus of Space Hulk Deathwing.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait to buy it because it's $30 fucking.
Yeah,
That makes me happy.
great price for a really good game.
General consensus on Vampire.
As long as they're not sparkling fairies,
Yeah.
I might look into it.
As long as they're not sparkle fairies.
I'm waiting on it. Yep, Fireman, you want to say? Sorry.
No, please. I didn't mean to interrupt you. By all means.
So, Vampire, waiting on a trailer, waiting on more gameplay, waiting on more information, but looks like a buy for me.
Yeah, probably a buy for me.
And then the last quick little tidbit I want to talk about is Batman the Telltale series.
And actually, Tim, just right before that, Firebane, what would your opinion on this? Just by hearing about this game, what would be your opinion?
Number one, actually, I'm very interested in this game. I want to see how this is going to play out. I want to see. It's always great when you get to play a game where it weighs the morality of things, where it really watches human behavior and which direction you're going to head, where it gives you the option to become the good or the evil. You know, you have games like Fable that did that a lot. Those are really a lot of fun.
I love
Because then
Fable.
you get to go back and play it in a completely different direction after you've done with that one. And also, too, Blue Nightmare 1. No, I'm not dissing Twilight. I'm dissing the fact that they chose to sparkle them. I've watched all the Twilight movies. I'll admit it. So, there.
All right, you have more sack admitting that than the rest of us. Well done, sir.
I just haven't watched them. I find sparkly vampires to be stupid.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the good old movies like Creature of the Black Lagoon? You're not wrong.
Those are the classics. They really are. But in today's worlds, vampires need to have that extra thing. Just sucking blood isn't enough. They either have to sparkle or they have to wear way too much PVC. And that's pretty much the direction that a lot of vampires
In the words of my favorite poet, Metallica, sad but true. All right, so I would like to talk about the next couple of topics. All right. Number one of which is freaking Horizon Zero Dawn. My most looked forward to game of the century. Not this year, not next year, the century. And if you don't have a PS4, I'm sorry.
I'm buying one specifically for this game.
The thing that I like about it is I looked up some quick information. I already told these fellas, for all those watching, it's going to be an amazing game. You're not on the top of the food chain like most games like Far Cry, where it's like, oh, I'm a person, nothing's going to hurt me. You're just like, I'm a person. Fuck. Why couldn't I be a mech?
You are low on the totem pole of survivability here.
And my favorite part about it is when they toss you into the game, they don't give you a helping little hand with this, oh, here's a tutorial. They're like, here you go nuts, figure out how to kill this, like, 10-foot tall T-fucking Rex made of mechanical parts and shit. And you're just like, okay, it's gonna take me, like, an hour to figure out how to kill this thing.
God have mercy on your soul, bitches. Have fun.
Exactly. What else?
I'm excited for.
They also made sure to, kind of like nerfed down the UI. Because, for example, in like Far Cry, you had like a complicated crafting UI along with other games. This one, it's a more simple crafting UI. It's literally like all you can really craft are a couple weapon upgrades, and you can find stuff scattered around the world that you can use to either craft like health upgrades or just generally craft stuff to like refill your health. They made it stupid simple.
But this is like as far as we know in terms of crafting. There could be more to come.
There could be more, but this is all the information that we have currently.
Yeah. Okay, this is as far as we know.
Yeah, they also have added little quests and stuff to give you that whole exploration of the world rather than just I'm gonna go from mission to mission to mission to mission and beat the game and call it a day. So I love that because I love the grind. I'm a wowaholic. What can I say? I like grinding from 1 to 100. It's awful, but it's fun.
I hope they're not like fetch quests or anything like that. Or
No,
like
it's
there'll be a couple probably.
There's gonna be a
There's
couple,
always
but
fetch quests.
it's looking more like it's actually just gonna be like actual quests, like go out and protect so and so or kill this thing.
Okay, I can get behind that.
It also is going to be using the same engine as Killzone Shadowfall, which I'm excited about.
God, that's a beautiful engine.
I know.
Quick question: which engine is that?
Freaking what is it?
It's Frostbite 3, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
no?
I think so. I think it's
Frostbite 3, I would
Frostbite.
think, because that's what Killzone has used for the longest time.
Yeah.
Now the question is going to be, because you said this is a space exploration. Did I hear that correctly?
Nope,
Or-
it's open world, sort of like Far Cry.
Open world.
Imagine
except-
Far Cry, but with a lot of mechs versus
Yeah,
animals.
the way that I see it, did you ever watch Zoids back when it was on TV?
Long time ago.
The way that I
Zoids
see
the
it is
game.
it's basically Zoids mashed with Far Cry. It has the whole look at all these mechs of Zoids and the exploration aspect of Far Cry.
Well, one of the big things that I think a lot of people got burnt out on was the exploration, and that came from that, and I'm trying to remember the name of it for the life of me, that space exploration game that hit.
No Man's Sky, also known as No Man's Failure.
No Man's Sky, No Man's Game.
Piece of garbage.
It was awful.
This game had so much hype because of its exploration, and everyone got really excited about that, and I think a lot of people are really burnt out right now on that game because it was all this hype and then turned out to just be a
awful.
Well, it's not just because of the exploration aspect. It's
It was
because
the lack
it's,
of.
It's the lack of. They promised so much stuff. Like, granted, 18 quintillion planets. You'll never see them all. But all those planets
there's
have
really only
3
7.
parameters.
There's really only
Like,
7
you
planets.
either like you more often than not, it's just difference between the level of flora, the level of fauna, and then the change in climate. That's really it.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. But with No Man's Sky, or not No Man's Sky, with Horizon Zero Dawn, it actually looks promising because it's not this huge, vast world that you can explore. It's sort of like a quarantined area, but it's fucking huge. Like, there's still a ton of stuff you can explore, but it's the way that I see it is it's in the perfect amount between getting burnt out like No Man's Sky and having a fun time just running around looking for random shit.
Brandon, didn't they compare the map size to another game like GTA 5 and they were comparing the size of the maps? Wasn't it bigger?
It's a
I
pretty
forget
sizable
what
map.
game they compared it to. Oh no, it was Skyrim. They compared it to Skyrim. No, they compared it to Skyrim, and it's apparently a little bit bigger than Skyrim's map.
Skyrim's massive.
Yeah, and Skyrim is fucking
Guys,
huge.
Dave really looks like he just wants to say something.
All right, Davey boy, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Say very quick BRB because
Oh, and
I need to save it.
Oh, wow. That was a great chest shot there for a moment.
All right, Dave's heading out, so I'm gonna keep talking about my next topic, which is, let me bring it up on my phone because I have no other technology device available. EVE Online. They recently dropped a free-to-play patch, so now if you don't play EVE because it costs money, you can play it for free.
And get your shit wrecked because you're not
And
paying
get your shit wrecked because everyone's gonna steal your stuff.
Because they all paying money.
I remember back in the day of when I was in high school and I got burnt out from WoW after they released Cataclysm. Like, I was in it from day one.
Everyone did. Cataclysm burnt so many people out.
It was awful. I was in it from day one. I loved Burning Crusade. Wrath of the Lich King was phenomenal. And then when Cataclysm dropped, just bye. So I was desperately looking for a new MMO to find my time.
Oh, Jeezy Pete's.
Yes!
Oh,
No, hey, Firebane, just wondering, speaking of WoW, would you like to actually tell the same story that that you actually told me just a little bit before stream?
In a moment, once I finish my point.
Your point being?
Point being, EVE Online, got into it, loved it, and then proceeded to get my shit wrecked because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But, still, good fucking MMO, and I'm glad it's free to play. Firebane, go ahead.
Oh, so is this a story about what happened at the 2015 BlizzCon?
Yes.
Oh, this sounds interesting.
God, I'm already intrigued.
Including the fact that Firebane over here is a member of the largest guild in North America.
Damn, son.
I'm a member of 2 guilds. One guild is Ducksauce's guild, and that's another streamer who's online. The other guild that I'm a member of is Convert to Raid. So Convert to Raid is yes, we are over 5,000 members strong. So it's called a mega guild.
I need to ask my friend now if this is his guild, because his name he uses for everything is Duck Sauce.
Well, no, that all depends. If your friend is like a big time streamer who's dating Adrian Curry, then yes, that would be him.
No, but I find it funny because his last name is Curry. So like you're just like picking off all these things that are like my friend.
That being said, though, okay, so I showed up early because the Firewife and I went to Disneyland a few days prior to BlizzCon. But I go to the Hilton Hotel. Well, if you ever go to BlizzCon, you go to the Hilton lobby. That's where the party is. For days before BlizzCon, all the way up through BlizzCon.
Okay.
Now, let's rewind for a little while. Let's go back months. I follow Twitter quite often, and I was looking at Wowhead's Twitter, and all of a sudden there's this thing that popped up. It's like, hey, click on this link to RSVP to our big party. So I thought, okay, I'll click on the link. Sure, why not? So party was actually on, I believe it was Friday night or Saturday night. It was after the first day of BlizzCon. And here I am hanging out with a bunch of members of my guild and one of the developers from Blizzard. Because my guild has members of Blizzard who are actually both there and in the guild.
Nice.
That being said, here's this lie. Party's on the 3rd floor where they're giant open area at the hill. And it's this giant party. The line goes 3 floors down.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, oh shit. Well, guys, here, come with me. And I'm a crowd of like, I've got 6 people with me. And I'm like, let me go to the front of the line, pick up something RSVP, who knows? I go up to the lady at the front and it's like, hey, I just want to check I RSVP. If I have to wait in line, that's no problem. I'm perfectly fine with it. She's like, oh, can I see your ID? That's what she asked. I show her my ID. She looks up and she goes, oh, Mr. Trevor, yes, you're VIP.
There we go. There we go.
I'm like, oh, my friends here didn't know about the link. Can I get them in VIP? And she's like, no, but we can cut the entire line and let them straight into the event. What did VIP mean? Well, I asked.
Hey, love 'em all hosting.
Love them all. Thank you so much for the host, my man.
Hey, thank you very much for that host. We appreciate it.
The zombie appreciates it too. I know.
That being said, I asked the lady, what does VIP mean? She's like, oh, number 1, you're going to skip this entire line. Number 2, let's have a special roped off leather train to a full open bar.
Ooh, open bar.
I mean, that already is great just because open bar.
I'll take the bar part.
I enjoyed this already.
I got to hang out with a lot of very interesting people, and everybody's asking me, like, well, who are you? Like, I'm supposed to be somebody important. I'm like, I don't know. I told them I'm Firebane story time, and then I read bedtime stories, or I read stories on my stream, which I do sometimes. And they're like, oh, cool. And I got to hang out with one guy who's like, you remember how, because what class do you play? And I told him I play a Warlock and a Druid. It's like, you play a Warlock. Okay, good. You know how you've been nerfed plenty of times? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I'm the guy who did that. Let me get you a drink.
Yeah. Thank you, Schmoopies Bay.
Thank you.
The guy who nerfs all of our classes loves his job so much.
I wonder why. Maybe he gets to see the angriness that people post when they're like, oh yeah, priests are awesome. Not anymore, they're not. Suck it.
He's the ultimate. The people who nerf.
Weren't priests supposed to get better in the new in the newest one, Warlords of Draenor? Weren't they supposed to have gotten better?
Well, no,
I mean,
actually, and he did tell me that.
no.
He told me, look, in this new expansion, we're going to make it up to Warlock. We really are. In fact, I think they took it all out on the Hunters instead.
Oh, good.
So,
Hunters
they
did need
did.
a
It was
nerf.
hilarious.
They this latest patch, they are destroying Hunters.
Well,
So,
they needed a good nerf.
So,
Salt.
what's that?
2016.
Grab the shisha.
That's a story about how all that went. The other story that I had is I walked past this one woman while I was at BlizzCon. I didn't know it was a woman at the time. Who was in an undead costume, mask and everything, looked great old school undead.
That's awesome.
And I thought, oh, that's a really cool thing. So I thought, well, I got to get to the sound stage.
Hey, Schmoopsy, thank you for the host.
Thank you, Schmoopsy, for the host.
It's good to see you, Schmoopy's Bay. Welcome to the show. So later on, I checked Twitch, or I checked Twitter. I'm trying to, wow. See, I have a brain fart, guys, whenever I try to remember something right away. What's her name? She was in that movie True Lies. She's in that Scream Queens show now.
No idea.
Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. Am I thinking the right name? No. Who's True Lies? No, that wasn't that. Who's True Lies?
I'd be able to help you, but I don't watch TV, so.
Oh,
Netflix
dude, I was so
purely.
excited to come back here ASAP for the story. I kind of sat on my junk.
Winner.
Anyway, turns out, because I can't remember this lady's name for the life of me all of a sudden, and I feel really stupid for it. I checked her Twitter. She's a big Blizzard person. That was her in costume.
Nice.
And I had no idea, and I walked right past her and almost talked to her and never did.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's happened to me on so many occasions where, like...
Hindsight's 2020, bro.
Oh, yeah, this is the same woman who was a woman from Halloween.
Ooh.
Somebody help me.
Dude, freaking... Dude, that happened to me that happened to us at PAX. We walked by one of, like, these cosplayers. Yeah, we walked right by Sky Williams. Had no idea. And then, like, when we left, we saw him tweet, and then we're just like, oh, shit. That's what he was in?
Mad as fuck.
Dude, no, we were heated.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. I know. Now you guys are like, oh. Yeah, how do you think I felt after I walked by, almost said nice costume, but didn't because I was in a hurry?
Yeah, that's awful.
Ouch. That's rough.
That's horrible.
No.
Oh, I would kick myself in the head if I didn't realize it was her that I found out later. I would be
I
mad.
realized when I forgot to bring the duct tape to prom type that.
Savage.
Oh, God.
Tim, you ready for this? Firebane, who was spinning the music that night at the Warcraft party?
Oh, God.
The final night, when Sunday closed that, you go into the actual lobby, or it was either that or it was Saturday night, but Dead Mouse was spinning in the actual
Dude, that's
lobby
mid.
of the Hilton.
Tim's done. Bye, Tim. Bye-bye.
Nah. God damn it.
See, Firebane, I didn't get to tell you this. Tim right here is the biggest Dead Mouse fan you'll ever meet.
I think Dead Mouse is absolutely fantastic.
I'm taking.
DJ's Tiesto is better, but that's just my personal.
Tiesto can suck a dick, but
Tim.
He can suck it with the millions of awards that he's won. Sure, why not?
He's a fucking sellout. He's a piece of
Tim,
garbage.
Tim, shut the fuck up and let's get back on topic.
All right.
Let's talk about
Let's get back to topic. I have one more quick thing I want to cover.
Let's get back to topic before Tim wets himself.
For all of you Skyrim fans, patch 1.2 is going to be addressing some nice little problems you have if you're a mod user.
Oh, good.
It's fixing the general stability and improvements, which people really, really wanted. It's fixing issues with alt-tabbing while you're on the PC, because apparently when people went to alt-tab, instead of just minimizing the game, it closed the game. So a lot of people got heated about that.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
It's fixing how the water looks when it's flowing, because there were I know there were some reports on PC.
Thanks to the host, bro.
Thanks, mate.
I know there were some issues with the water on PC. Every time, like for example, it would look like it's flowing, and then there'd be a small section that just the water wasn't there. Oh damn!
Oh!
Thank you, Mass Murderer. Holy crap!
Holy shit, guys!
I need to
toast. Mass Murderer. Toast to you, man. First
he's got the hookah bowl. I've
got a
scotch.
hookah bowl.
Thank
First
you.
donator ever. You, sir,
Our champion and a
Mass
scholar.
Murderer, in the comments, do you have Pokemon XY Omega Ruby or
Z.
or Sapphire
Or no, XY
or
and
whatever
Sapphire
the
and
Omega
Ruby.
Sapphire is?
Hey,
Post
sir,
yes or
I
no
wanna
in the
just interject
comments.
Really quickly. I just need to interject real quickly. Eric, what you got to do is you go into the channel on your chat, hit /host and then space gamers and mead, and that'll host you.
Firebane, what the
You
fuck
want
is
to
that?
go to fruit?
What is that?
Those are icons, guys.
I know,
Is
but
that an orange tossing money in the air? I don't understand. Something about fruit.
Duck bills, duck love, funk
Duck,
love.
duck. Thank you. Yep.
something about fruit.
So, back to the whole Skyrim update news.
All right, yo, Mass Murderer, you're saving up for a 3DS now. shoot us a
Dude,
DM on our Twitter. I have a little surprise for you.
All right.
And it doesn't involve a zipper this time.
It doesn't.
Or
It
an
might
empty,
involve
or
a
a
zipper.
half-empty bucket of popcorn with a hole in the bottom of it.
I mean, maybe it might involve the popcorn.
All right. They also fixed a major bug from changing from werewolf to human. A lot of people, and I mean a lot, would go into werewolf form, and then when they changed back, their game would either freeze or crash like a champion. So they fixed that. They fixed that bug because that's a huge important thing. Because I know people, yet again, it comes down to the whole Twilight debacle. Half the people like vampires and half the people like werewolves. So that half of people kept getting fucked over every time they tried to transform back, which shows you should be a vampire and not Sparkle.
Yup.
Just text me then. That works easier.
They fixed crashes related to
I mean, come on, who
reloading
wants to
after
see a
changing your
pure
mod
werewolf?
load
You don't
order.
want to see a vampire sparkle.
No,
I don't want to see a
Bad-
vampire sparkle,
bad fire
especially
bait.
when
no
I'm playing
sparkly
Skyrim.
vampires. But yeah, they also fixed a crash related to reloading after you change your mod load order, which I know I still have on the regular Skyrim on PC. And they just have other general bug fixes and improvements. And there's a lot of things in that list that people are like, okay, yeah, well, what about the sound
My
quality
hand's so
issue?
cold,
What
sheesh is
about
sticking to
the
it.
graphics? It's like, well, hold your fucking horses. They're working on it. They're fixing the really important stuff first. I would rather have an issue with my sound and my visuals than, crashes every time I change mod load orders or change to a werewolf.
Ain't that right?
All right, and that was my 2 cents on the 1.2 update for Skyrim.
Full of that.
Nice.
Dave, you
Alright.
wanna talk about some stuff?
I now actually have the link.
Thank God.
It's about time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that I actually got the link way before, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys because we were on a nice roll with some topics and whatnot.
All right.
And then Firebane had to go and tell us his story, and now we're all jealous.
Yeah, for real.
And he's probably more
Oh,
jealous
don't be
because he missed
jealous
out on
of me.
talking to
Come
Jamie
on,
Lee
I got a
Curtis,
little
but hey.
top hat. It's not for aesthetic, it's to cover the baldness. I mean,
It's like bald.
Alright, but anyways though,
Oh,
My eyes.
he wasn't
I don't
kidding.
know, look,
It's
my
there
balding
to look
pattern
good.
went like this. This is why I shaved my head. Because it went around like this, so I looked like a unicorn when I was going bald.
I give up.
I give up. I'm done.
I haven't had enough alcohol for today. What can I say?
I'm almost out of my. That was the last of. This is the last of my vodka.
All right, Firebane, I gotta 20-minute delivery you some scotch.
oh man.
Oh yeah, if you could just run that over to here to Sacramento, California. We're the people that basically threw.
Hey,
Well, I mean, I
I
could
mean-
give my buddy a call. He lives in Sacramento, and I could be, hey, run this guy some scotch. I'll owe you.
See, you're a good man, right? there.
You're a good man.
But he might be
Same
asleep.
thing at
He
the
works
corner
for
of
Ryan.
Arden and Fulton. That's it, okay? It needs to be McAllen. 12 years is fine because McAllen, 12-year-old, is like 16 to 20-year-old.
Hold on.
Anything.
Have you had the Balvenie 14 Caribbean cast? Because if you haven't, you're not living.
No, I haven't. So
It's
I-
delicious.
What about the Aberlour 12? That's another good one.
Or the
to buff.
Aberlour
No,
Abenad.
no.
The Aberlour
I was a
Abenad.
Glenfiddich man until I tried that or Glenmorangie. Glenmorangie is really wonderful, especially if you get the triple cast one.
I
Orange
personally like the La Santa and the Quinta Ruban.
Dude, the
Not
Quinta
terrible
Ruban is
choices
pretty
right
good.
there. Those are actually very good tastes. Now, if you want to talk rums, we can go into a whole segment on that. But I don't think that you guys base this entire stream around drinking. So,
Well,
gaming.
I mean...
I did do a
Something.
stream of Dark Souls where I got plastered and I didn't know what was up and what was down. I died a lot on the first boss.
It was entertaining.
Shit. Oh boy.
You gotta get those
bowls.
olives.
3 scorpion bowls in an hour will do that to a guy.
Oh.
All right, but Dave, you have stories.
Oh God. Have I got a story?
2 stories. 2 stories.
But this is the big one though. This is the big one. Have I got a story and news for you guys? Like I'm talking beepity beep 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 beep. This just in. Newsflash.
It's just in your
You-
mom.
Damn
Ouch.
it.
Set yourself up for that one, guy.
Knock, knock.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I opened the door for that one.
And no, Louis Nightmare, we're just crazy because we're generally insane. I can chug
Yeah.
literally like many, many glasses of scotch and be perfectly content. I'm just batshit crazy.
Yeah. But no. Okay. So here we go. You ready for this? You ready for this? Ubisoft executives accused of insider trading.
Good. Ooh, ouch.
Okay.
Let's go.
Wait, how recent is this story? Like,
Okay.
fresh? Like,
Okay.
fresh?
So, you want to know actually the very funny story behind this? When we finished last week's episode, and I was surfing around on the web, immediately what popped up on my search stream was that article. 5 hours. It was like 2 hours old. 2 hours old, and I'm like,
So it was right as so the article was just posted right as we were starting our stream.
no, after we
After
finished.
we were starting our stream. Oh, after.
No, after we finished.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So wait.
So you've been
bad is
sitting
this?
on this good news
Okay.
for a week. Dude, you have been literally sitting on this good news.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I mean, is this like really bad insider trading, like Martha Stewart bad, or
Or are we talking like DraftKings bad?
Well, here. So, well, check this out. Here's the story. Gather around, and I shall tell you of the details. So this was found on Kotaku.com, and this was written by Jason Schreller, uploaded November 14th of 2016, 4:12 p.m. I'm gonna say Pacific. I'm gonna say Pacific time. I'm not sure, but anyways, though.
Probably.
Here we go. So here we go. French stock market regulators have accused 5 Ubisoft executives of selling stock based on inside knowledge, an accusation that the video game publisher steadfastly denies. And pardon my French butchering, the Autorité des Marchés Financiers, the AMF, or basically France's stock market regulator, alleges that Ubisoft
French
Montreal
language.
CEO Yannis Mallat and 4 other Ubisoft executives all sold stock in the weeks before October 15th, 2013, when the publisher announced that Watch Dogs, the first one, Watch Dogs, and The Crew would both be delayed to 2014. As a result of this delay, the value of Ubisoft's stock dropped by around 25%.
Oh.
The AMF alleges
I
that
remember that.
yeah, the AMF alleges that Mallat and other Ubisoft executives knew about the delay.
They shorted
when
it.
selling their stock, violating French laws of insider trading. Ubisoft HQ is based in Paris, France, just to give you some context here. And in an interview, which is linked in the article, I'll be posting this link inside of the chat so that this way you guys can look at that. But in an interview, Mallat told the Canadian newspaper La Presse that he had no such insider knowledge. When contacted by Kotaku today,
Yeah, but if he didn't have that insider knowledge, he would not have made a trade that
Before he
close to a drop date. He would have made it on the day it happened to prevent any future loss.
Yeah, at the time, I also had stock in the company, and I had an inkling that when I saw the Watch Dogs video released as well as The Crew, I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be up to snuff for the December release date, which is why it was delayed. So I sold my stock before the drop, and then lo and behold, it was delayed. Which, and mind you, I no longer have stock in the company, but
that's good. You're probably taking nosedive at the moment.
Oh god, it's horrendous.
Damn,
Hey,
Street Mario!
Thank you, buddy.
Damn, son!
I gotta buy you a good cigar now.
yes,
Street, my boy. We are gonna have a night of scotch and cigars. I'm out. I'll be back. Thank you so much, Streeter.
So Dave, I can see why that they would do that. They knew about it. They were on the inside of this, so I can see why they shorted the stock. But go ahead.
yeah, no, but here, just wondering, do we want to wait just for Brendan to come back, or do you think he's gonna be a little bit?
He might be a little bit. Hey, Full Metal, what's up, dude?
Full Metal, what's good?
What's good?
Okay.
All right. But anyways, though, so here's the thing. So like I mentioned previously, in an interview, Mallat told the Canadian newspaper La Presse that he had no such insider knowledge. When contacted by Kotaku today, and by today I mean literally what the article was published, I guess, Ubisoft sent over a lengthy statement, and I quote, "Ubisoft is aware that an action being brought by the French Autorité des Marchés Financiers (AMF) involves 5 of our team members. Those individuals vigorously dispute their implication in this matter in the AMF's interpretation of the facts. Yves Guillermo, co-founder and CEO of Ubisoft, does not question the good faith of the people involved and has reassured them that they have his full support and trust. These proceedings revolve around Ubisoft's temporary stock market drop in the fall of 2013, after it was announced that Watch Dogs and The Crew would be delayed. The French AMF is alleging that before the announcement, the team members in question may have sold securities while being in possession of insider information.
I don't doubt that.
The proceedings will continue in November at the Commission des Sanctions, basically the Sanctions Board in Paris. Ubisoft itself has not been charged by the AMF. Moreover, 3 of the Canadian team members implicated in the AMF's action today filed a motion with the Superior Court of Quebec demanding that the procedure be declared invalid and seeking damages against AMF France and AMF Quebec. So, now that it's been finished, gentlemen, the floor is open.
Okay, number one,
So
fuck
many
the
things.
Ubisoft execs for doing that, because, but I'm glad they got caught.
Dude, yeah,
So,
I know, right?
There's no doubt in my mind that they shorted it. It's like, okay,
they knew.
guys, we're
They
gonna
knew.
we're gonna take a dive after we announce this, so sell your stock, whatever you
They
got.
knew. They had to know.
Yeah, you don't sell just barely before something like that goes down, and especially a drop like 25%. If it was like 5%, you could have gotten away with it.
But
25%, what are you
5%
thinking?
short? No, you're gonna get caught eventually. Like, why even take the risk? I mean, you guys are making millions of dollars as is.
Oh,
Seriously.
because everyone's super greedy and greed rules the world, dude. Come on.
You little fuckers, basically, is the consensus here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Firebane, what's your take in on all of this?
Well, realistically, if they have been caught at insider trading, of course, that's sort of bullshit. Now the question is how many executives are involved in this? This may have been the individual judgment of just a couple of stupid people. It's the same thing like with a lot of police officers.
Yeah.
Don't accuse the entire force of being, dirty, just those couple of officers that did. In regards to this happening, I think that if there was insider trading, then they need to be prosecuted for max extent, and honestly, made a complete example of. I mean, not that we're trying to mark ourselves totally against Ubisoft, but it needs to be known that I don't give a shit what type of area you work in, be it video games, be it fashion, be it anything else. Sorry, I couldn't help the fashion stab, although she doesn't like the fashion stab. In that situation, then yes, these people need to be pursued to that level, and reparations need to be made in regards to that. So, that's all I had to say.
All right, I have one thing I have to say before we continue is Firebane, I'm sorry, but now I'm having Angel's Envy. I'm sorry.
Oh, you need to go to hell. Oh my god.
Firebane, he
If
works
you
at
could-
he works
I
at the
work
liquor
I work
store.
at the liquor store. If you could see my cabinet, you would be amazed.
All right, so here's the thing. For Christmas, my in-laws did this wonderful thing. It was either Christmas or it was my 40th birthday. Yes, that's right. I'm an old man. Back in my day, we had this game called Rock. Your parents hit you with it.
Wait, you didn't play stickball?
Now,
That was
this
before your
stick
time?
was through your hide when you didn't do your chores. The ball in your mom's mouth. So, that being said, shit, what was I going with this?
Something about
Yes,
me
it's
being
like
a
your 40th
bastard man
birthday
because
or-
I have Angel's
And on
Envy.
my 40th birthday, my in-laws gave me this beautiful bottle of Angel's Envy rye. Angel's was rated as one of the top ryes in the entire world.
And it is.
It is number one, although I don't drink rye. So they very happily gave me the gift receipt. I went back and I was able to exchange the one bottle of Angel's Envy rye for 2 bottles of Angel's Envy bourbon, which is my all-time favorite. All time. It is
I am
beautiful.
so
It's
sorry.
tastes-
If it makes you feel any better, a good recommendation if you haven't already had it is E.H. Taylor.
I've had E.H. Taylor, yes.
It's another
I
good one.
really
I have
enjoyed
2 full bottles of it sitting in the cabinet.
Great, so just ship those over to me and everything will be fine.
No,
You can ship him one.
I'll ship you one for Christmas.
I think he just made his day.
I do believe I did.
Then it's a gentleman's agreement. We'll ship you a bottle of E.H. Taylor for Christmas.
Tell you what, if you ship me a bottle of E.H. Taylor for Christmas, I'll ship you a Davidoff cigar.
A gentleman's agreement.
Huzzah!
Witness.
Shake off over Skype.
Okay, kind of transitioning, if you don't mind me transitioning, using this Ubisoft to do so. Unless you guys...
Only thing I'll just say is just that I'll ask. So, just for general consensus on this, is that we're all pretty much of the opinion that it really just stinks. Like this whole situation just stinks.
Exactly. If they're guilty of this.
Yeah, and if they are guilty of this, then they should be.
They're looking at jail time.
Made an example of because yes, let's be honest, it's a company. These are corporations. Corporate people deal in money. You're always going to have somebody that's going to skim it. There's no doubt about that. But you also need to deal with it accordingly, and make sure that they're made examples of for the future generations of people.
Look at the bankruptcy of Forgework. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. So, all you people out there in the chat, even though we've come up to a general consensus, please give us your statement on this. Ubisoft executives accused of insider trading. I will be posting that link for the article inside of the chat momentarily. But Firebane, if you have your story,
okay,
have the force.
It's my turn.
Yes, Firebane story time.
Now,
Do I need to get a pillow and get ready for nap time?
The things that I was going to talk about is I've talked to a couple people. So over the weekend we've had a couple of different games go into beta. Now understand, guys, I am a PC gamer. Master Race, hail to the PC. So
First off, I need to jump in when you said Master Race. Disproven. We had a PS4 player for Overwatch come in and school all y'all motherfuckers on PC playing as Lucio.
And that's my favorite article I've seen all week.
I bow down to him.
I need to just take the moment to assert here that I am in fact Tricon sexual, which means PC, PS3, and original Xbox.
No,
so
see, I play on PC because my wife owns a TV, so I get to play over at my desk. Hold on, let's start this.
Well, if you play on PC and you play Overwatch, you'll have to add me on PC. Hashtag is it 17? 1783. It's bad that I remember that, but I did go to a gaming college and everyone was a nerd, so I had to.
Well, there's that.
Motherfuckers even got classy ass teacups. What do I have? I got a cup for my
this
alcohol.
Is my coffee cup, so cheers.
Damn.
Have you ever had Death Wish coffee? Please tell me.
Yes, I have had Death Wish coffee. I've seen one of their areas that they have in Alaska. It's actually absolutely beautiful merchandise that they carry at that place. Death Wish coffee is beautiful. I go to a place called Boulevard Coffee in Sacramento. If you can call them up and mail order, you get their French roast. I drink coffee black. I like it black and strong the way I like my men.
Oh my!
No, I'm kidding. No, I am very happily married to a gorgeous woman, Firewife. I really love her to death. Don't kill me.
Don't kill me.
They say that you know it's true love when you wake up in the morning and you have to decide if smother them with a pillow or make them breakfast. So, that being said, let's go over to the section that I was going to be covering, guys. There's a couple of games that went into open beta for the weekend or open alpha. One being by Ubisoft. This game is called Steep. So Steep is going to be a snow ski type. And yes, it's got snowboard elements mixed into it and also parachuting things. The person I talked to got a chance to actually take a look at this game and really get a feel for it. Said this about it. They said, absolutely gorgeous game, very relaxing. Graphics are spectacular. Be ready to make sure that you have a machine that can handle all of this. But at the same time, this can go solo player or co-op. In other words, not just co-op, but it can be multiplayer, meaning not just 2 people, 3, 4, have a whole orgy of the damn thing. But that being said, absolutely cannot do multiplayer until you've completed the tutorial. Her comment to it was this. This weekend, it took her significant other the entire weekend to actually get through the damn tutorial.
What?
It was the tutorial.
That hard?
Hard. It is not an easy thing to do. Once you've actually done it, you've done it, and you're able to do multiplayer.
That's kind of dope, though.
Steep.
STEEP?
Game really is. It's in an open beta weekend. Yep.
Is it STEEP?
Yes, that is correct. Oh, see, everyone's going,
Oh, no, it's this thing! It's this game! I've seen this!
Yeah, and it looks beautiful.
Oh my god, this game is beautiful! The gameplay that I've seen from this is you can parachute onto a mountain.
Alright, Tim, let's let Fireband continue his story. I want to hear more of this shit.
Yeah, I need to
So that's kind of what the main thing that she had to say in regards to that. It is Ubisoft. This is still in early stages, open beta for the weekend. Now, here's the other game that everyone else has been really streaming a lot of, and some people have been able to do. It did an open alpha weekend for it, and a lot of streamers grab a hold of it. This is called Players Unknown Battle Royale. Players Unknown Battle Royale is going to have a very distinct name to it with the Battle Royale part. Well, for people who know H1Z1, that is Battle Royale, as we also know.
Yep. I'm
This
dirty
has
with
one of
that.
The exact same developer is developing this. If you go to Players Unknown Battle Royale, you'll see the name H1Z1 on there, and they're also the people who did Arma 3.
So hold on, will this game stay in alpha for 5 years still, or?
I think that. Sure. I mean, we're wondering if it's going to stay in alpha, and with every update, the game gets a little worse. So there, as it did H1Z1.
Yep, accurate.
The truth of the matter is this game looks like H1Z1 done right.
Oh, good.
It really does. The graphics are gorgeous on it. A lot of the gameplay is similar. It's just as intensive, though, on your computer. H1Z1 is a big hog to your system. Be prepared for that. This is going to be a game that's going to hog up a lot of your system. If you're going to stream with it, you got to make sure your computer's ready.
So basically, you need at least a good 16
computer.
gigs of RAM to run the game nicely.
I would highly recommend that.
32 gigs of RAM?
So
Well,
this game,
2 gigs never
Yeah.
hurts.
Yeah.
Dude, my
so
computer's
this-
a beast.
It is R2-D2.
it is. This game, I just looked it up, kind of looks like H1Z1's version of The Culling. Honestly.
Way, but no, don't bring the culling into it. That's almost as bad of a flash fan as that other game that we were talking about, the space one. So, I've got the culling. I really do. It culled itself, regretfully. People went into it. They enjoyed it for a few minutes. It's a real quick, like, hey, let me go kill things. Let me turn a Band-Aid out of a rock and a stick.
Hey,
Katie,
Cat,
thank you
for the
so
donate.
much. Guys, toast.
Hey, thank you so much.
Toast to
Thank you
Katie.
very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Katie.
That's
Cheers. I'm
fantastic.
toasting with shisha.
Yeah.
And my Long Island iced tea is gone.
All right, now Firebrand, I gotta ask, because it's the third time it's come up on the stream. Why exactly did you pick money and oranges and what looks to be like
hot dog.
fruit on toast?
We're very...
Okay,
we're-
Firebrand was just doing a good mannequin challenge. I thought he froze. I was like,
Come
huh?
on here. Now, this comes from, if you guys don't mind me sharing about another streamer, this is the guy who I look up to. His name is Duck Sauce. That is his symbol for donations. That is Duck Bills, as somebody said earlier. Those are dollar bills because he's known as Duck Sauce, and those are hearts on a duck's eye.
I need to
He's a
find ones with
fantastic
like
streamer.
money in a
He's
booze bottle or something.
I use the hell out of everybody else's streams until I hit it big enough to where I can tap my own icons, and then we'll have little top hats everywhere.
Dude,
little
yes.
dad.
It's just
Dude,
a
top
fancy.
hats
It's just
everywhere.
a fancy phoenix in a. No, it's got to be a phoenix in a dress suit with a hat. Done.
See, fantastic. Now, this game that I was talking about, though, Players Unknown, is still in its alpha stage. It's only recently come into light over the past, month or two. One of the big people to actually show it was Steve-O Live, who was able to get in there and actually show it off. Well, this weekend it had its big open beta, and it was a big success with people. They loved it. The guns have a much more realistic sound. This is going to have a sound like what you're used to with games, where it's a lot of that boom, boom, and rat-a-tat. These are going to sound like actual weapons.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like someone went to a shooting range, put a mic to the gun, and said, "All right, pull the trigger."
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I've told many people just pull the trigger, but hey, it never works.
Pull the trigger. Do it.
So that being said, guys, it's a game I would highly recommend. Check it out next time that it goes up onto the market for an open weekend. There are going
Most
to be keys
definitely.
handed out. There are a lot of keys handed out at TwitchCon, and it's a game I would totally recommend.
It's on Steam, right?
I'm a huge
It is
H1Z1
not
fan.
on Steam yet. These had to have exclusive keys. Most
Really?
provided at TwitchCon. Yes.
It's alpha. They don't
Okay.
release many alpha games on Steam.
Alright.
I am totally gonna look into this now because I was a huge H1Z1 fan until they started shitting on it every
They
update.
did, and here's the thing about that, because I used to be a big streamer for, well, I'm not going to say big. By big, I mean 5 people. So,
Hey, I
big
mean
enough.
that's huge for us. Like
Yeah.
right now
We're
we've
at
got
12,
12,
and I'm amazed.
right now we've got 12 people viewing this, and that's ginormous.
hey, that is huge. That's a big success in my eyes. It really is. I
Fucking
usually
Scooby Snack.
average around 9 to 15. And when it comes down to it, guys, This is going to be a great game. If you're going to do it as a streamer, you need to get on board soon, because let's be honest, H1Z1 streamers have already cornered the market when it comes to actually broadcasting for H1Z1.
That's true.
They're not going to top those people. They've got the crowds. They've got the public. But this is going to give a new opportunity for a lot of new people with a game that we all love, and hopefully they're not going to basically stick it in its butt the way they did with H1Z1.
See, all I know is I'm gonna do some hard legwork, find out, and just like contact the company and be like, give me a key, damn it.
Yeah, so I would take a look into that and find out when they're going to do the next beta.
And then you'll hand that key to me.
It looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
Dude, it sounds good. Like I as much as I loved H1Z1 when it came out, it's crap now, so I have a real high hope for this game.
So here's what I think about the H1Z. Number one, you've got way too many issues that are happening. You shouldn't be planning your next tournament at TwitchCon. Rather, you should be investing all your money trying to get all these problems finally fixed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they changed up the map, that's great that you guys decided to design a new map. How about you to design a way to get rid of all the glitches and the problems that you're having? I mean, really, Daybreak, let's pull our heads out of our asses and look at the actual issues that people are talking about, and not just what you want to do on your creative side.
My last favorite update with H1Z1 is when they introduced hordes. After that, just...
And a survivor mode, they just destroyed, and they're almost pretty much abandoning it.
That's all they play.
Mode used to be a lot of fun to do. There were a lot of great ways to do this. But the problem is after about a year into the actual alpha or beta, whatever the hell they were in, as they so call it, they started doing these updates that took away the things that we enjoyed about the game.
See, that's like a big problem, because like I know there was one game I played up until recently. I honestly forget what it's called, but they had a huge issue with the game, and instead of putting out a simple patch to fix this one bug, they're just like, we're just going to get rid of this entire thing just because it had a bug. And I'm like,
a good example of that is Pokemon Go's tracking system. With Pokemon Go, they ousted the tracking system. They're like, oh, it's broken, fuck it.
That's like the H1Z1 method. Oh, we have all these problems. Let's just do something else and not focus on this, which everyone seems to keep telling us is an issue.
Pokemon Go really died to the public.
Oh, God, like within a month and a half.
They had one of the greatest potentials, and they were on the fast track for huge success.
And they screwed it.
It got that big success right off the bat with tons of money, and they thought, okay, this is enough. Let's go shit our game now.
Yeah,
but
for
that's
real.
What they did. They basically threw it in the trash can and took away what everyone loved.
Well, no,
the other big. You know, with the tracking method, people kind of had an idea of where to go. Some of the things.
Exactly. Now it's just.
Businesses.
Yeah. Now it's just here's a Pokemon. It's near you somewhere. Go find it.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, one of the big things that have really helped out in my city, we have a place called Old Town Sacramento. This is kind of like an Old West type town that exists out here, and it's a big tourist thing. But its businesses were really hurting.
See, like it's funny because with Pokemon Go, I know Tim and Dave are big fans of it, but Firebane, do you know Ingress?
Oh, I stopped playing years ago.
Yeah, basically, Pokemon Go is based off their base system is based off of Ingress, which was great if you lived in a big city.
And if you live where we live, all you find is Rattata, Pidgey, and Eevee.
Yeah,
too many Eevee.
It's basically if you live in a city with and you're playing Pokemon Go or Ingress, it's great because it feeds off of being in a city. But if you're in a rural area like us, you're fucked. Like that's plain and simple.
Yeah. Dave, let's be honest here. The tracking system was copied exactly from Ingress.
No, Tim. It's the same developers. They copied Ingress to a T.
Same developers, Niantic Labs.
It's the same. It's literally the same thing as Ingress to a T, but with Pokemon. That's it. That's the only difference.
Yeah, because it was made by Google. It was made by the same developers, Niantic Labs, who made Google. They thought, hey, Ingress is working really well. It's got a solid fan base. It's doing good. Let's do something to capitalize on the Pokemon market. But yeah,
shit the bed. I actually have one little thing I want to say about game breaking bugs though.
Okay, Tim. Just right before you do that, I just want to Taylor. I just want to tell you guys right now that if you do see just photos popping up in the chat, this is just some shit I got for Glitch of the Day. Just so that this way they can be easily accessible. So don't mind the pops and whatnot.
I mean, I would open it up, but then it would screw everything up, and then you guys would kind of disappear. Seeing as how I kind of have Skype set up perfectly, so all of your different windows don't move.
Which is good. So I have this little thing I want to talk about game-breaking bugs. Where you guys were mentioning H1Z1 and all that. The game that the one game-breaking bug for me, or it was more of a just a regular UI and software issue, was Darkest Dungeon.
Oh.
I know you were big into that when I started, then you hit the rocks fast.
Here's what happened. Here's what happened with this game. Okay, Taylor, the last time we did a live stream of Darkest Dungeon, we played on your system. I had 225 hours logged into that game. I loved every second of it. Then they released a patch. That fateful patch. The Antiquarian patch. Which made the game unplayable for me. I was unable to start the game no matter what I did.
Wasn't it something around like 30% roughly of players after that patch launched could not open their game at all no matter what they did?
Did 6, count them 6 hot fixes. And they got that 30% down to about 5. And they said to those 5% of players, fuck you, basically.
Yeah, because you can't get your refund because of that.
No, I can't because I have 225 hours logged into that game.
Exactly.
So, and there is no possible way that I can play it. So, I am shit out of luck with Darkest Dungeon. And I have crucified the developers on Steam for failing to fix the patch as best they could. Like, they fixed the patch as best they could, but I have crucified them on Steam. And I have said, if you are going to release a patch for a game with updates and new characters, make sure it works.
I've got my little gem segment.
Exactly.
After we finish this.
That's basically all I have to say. So, fuck the Darkest Dungeon developers, Red Hook Studios. I'm saying this live. Fuck you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, bold statement.
And actually, here's the thing, guys. Just right before we kind of just move into sort of the lesson, just with going off of what Firebane was talking about with games going recently into alpha and beta and whatnot. I just wanted to actually ask you, Firebane, just in regards to a quick blurb.
It's not my fault. She said she was. Wait, what?
Firebane, shh. I'm your lawyer. Plead the fifth.
They're not supposed to know.
Plead the fifth.
Does it smell like chloroform?
No, it smells like ether.
Does this rag smell like chloroform to you?
Just
no.
smell it.
But anyways, though, Firebane. So I just wanted to ask, in regards to games in.
We broke Dave, everybody.
Well, while Dave regains his composure, I want to talk a little bit about Overwatch.
Okay, I got it. All right.
He's back.
In regards to games and going into open alpha and open beta.
Dave's not back.
Dave, regain your composure. Taylor's going to talk about
We've
Overwatch.
actually
I mean, watch.
mentioned Dave, he is now moved into a dysfunctional mode, at which point he's going to sit there and laugh hysterically, so he's able to gather his breath for a moment and get out coherent words.
So in the meantime, while waiting for him, I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk a little bit about Overwatch.
I've got disturbed sounds of silence playing while you can't talk.
Yes. Yes. And that everyone who's watching was the nail in the coffin. Firebane has literally broken Dave the nut. He's out of his chair, probably on his knees, laughing in front of his computer.
All right, talk about Overwatch while Dave regains his composure.
While Dave gets his composure back,
Dave,
Overwatch,
you don't have it back. You don't have it back.
So
Ghost in the Shell Online. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex First Assault Online. It's a first-person shooter, MOBA. It's still in beta. Have you happened to hear of it, Firebane?
No. Okay, so here's the thing with that. If it's a MOBA and it's all Ghost in the Shell in light, I will take a look at it. One of the big reasons this game has come out with the timing that it actually has. Hold on, I really need to make the sounds of silent.
I don't think we can get a new Dave.
I love that song. The reason for this, that this has actually come up, is due to the fact that I don't know who has seen it, but the new trailer has come out for Ghost in the Shell live-action movie.
Yes! Yeah, dude, no, it's awesome. Scarlett Johansson nails it.
Card on for this one. So, this was absolutely spectacular trailer, which actually kept absolutely verbatim to the actual trailers done for the actual anime movie. I mean, if you really compare it side by side, and there's plenty of videos out there that will show you, they did it perfect. So, what is this MOBA doing? Well, they're basically trying to cash in on that, or it's being put on by the same people. So it's kind of a double marketing ploy, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So hopefully,
I mean, the game actually is pretty good too, which is awesome.
Want to go see the movie too.
True. I mean, I like the comparison. Definitely, I'm liking how the movie is basically exactly the same as
So
all of
the one thing that
It
bothers
was
me with the movie is how, it's not the movie itself. It's how everyone is like attacking Scarlett Johansson, like, oh well, you hired a non-Japanese person for this. Yeah, but she's slaying it. She is slaying it. That and at the same time, the person she plays is not a person. She's
an android.
Yeah, exactly. So you can cast whoever you want in that role.
This is the Lord of the Rings complex happening all over.
Yep.
And that's pretty much what's happening is some people, yes, are there valid Japanese women out there that can play this role? Without a doubt. There are some amazing Japanese actors. Did they choose Scarlett Johansson because maybe that woman knows how to move her body better than them? Well, probably. Let's be honest. I wouldn't mind watching her body move like that. So, I think that's kind of where this is going. People are going to whine, they're going to cry, but the truth be told, they're still going to pay the money, and they're still going to
of course. Yeah, of course. They're going to whine and bitch up until the release, and then they're going to bring like 7 other friends with them to go see it.
I'd watch it no matter who was playing that role. And then if it was a bad person playing that role, I would give it a bad review. If Scarlett sucks in that role, which she doesn't from what I've seen, I'd give it a bad review.
From what I've seen, though, I think Scarlett Johansson can pull this off. I think she can.
I think you're absolutely right. But let's throw them this little token to the Japanese people.
There we go.
Full Metal Alchemist. That is being done in Japanese by Japanese actors. Also, another cash cow of an anime movie that's coming into real life. And honestly, even though it's going to have subtitles, I'm still going to go see it in the theater.
Fireband, you just triggered me. My pants are wet. I'm sorry. That is my favorite anime, and when I saw they were making a live action, I'm just like, oh, yes, please.
To Nightmare out there, yeah, you're right. And you know what? Good actor does that. They may not know anything about a role, but if they're good actors, they're going to go, they're going to study, and they're going to make sure that they do.
Exactly.
Which Scarlett Johansson clearly has done.
All right, so before we get too far off topic, I want to talk about Overwatch.
That's right, yeah. The only thing I'll just say, like on an ending note, is that just to clarify, the Ghost in the Shell game actually, as I remember correctly, came out before Ghost in the Shell was actually planning on making a movie.
It came out a little bit before.
The game is actually quite, it's pretty good. I mean, I know Brandon can attest to that. He does play it. I also play it as well.
I haven't. I just haven't picked too much of it up recently.
Yeah. But no, I wasn't sure if you happened to hear of it, Firebane, just because when you were talking about
games. I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap on Steam, isn't it? Like under $5.
It's like it was varying a little bit. Like I remember one time it costed like $5, one time it costed $10, then it was going like free to play.
Yep.
It seemed to be jumping all over the place, but I think
they're probably trying to find the good price point to have it at.
Yeah, they're trying, and it's still an open beta. They're still working out a lot of different bugs, but it's been jumping around a lot. I managed to get it when it was free to play. So
I gave you a code for that shit. That was great.
So, but yeah, so that's basically my little blurb. But now, Overwatch.
Okay.
Overwatch.
So there are stop poking me in the head. There's 2 things I want to talk about with stop poking me in the arm. There's 2 things I want to talk. I'm gonna punch you in the balls. I swear to God, boy, you're gonna get these hands. But there's two things I want to talk about with Overwatch. The first one being the new champ Sombra. Oh my God!
Dirty.
She is so broken.
She's also nerfed.
She's also like, I give her maybe like a week or 2 tops before they nerf her, because she has aspects of Tracer in terms of her gun is super rapid fire, but instead of Tracer's ammo only having 20, Sombra's SMG has 60. It's really accurate even at long range, and it damages like, boom, they're dead. Then, not even. Hold on, I got more. That's
short range weapon. Oh,
it's supposed to be a short range weapon.
She's more
supposed to be is in quotations, but then you've got her other skills, like she has one where she throws basically a respawn point. Catch you later, Danny.
Mass murder.
Nightman, thank you so much.
It's actually a she. Fun fact.
I saw the live action of Rurouni Kenshin. That's a good movie. So good.
Bruhs.
Love that one.
All right, and then she has another skill where she basically throws basically like a kind of Symmetra portal-esque, but it's only for her. It's basically a recon, but recall. It lasts about 10-15 seconds, I think, and she can hit that button at wherever she's at. As long as that timer is still ticking, she will go back to that point.
Let me say one thing about this.
So basically, like you could, like what I did when I was playing yesterday is I threw something down.
Sombra Bay as fuck.
No, for real, Sombra's Bay as fuck. I threw down the recall, ran into the fray, killed like 2 people, jumped back because I saw a Junkrat, went around because he started going, you know, the way where he thought I ran, went behind him because she also, by the way, has a skill that makes her invisible and she gets increased movement speed. So I pop that, get behind the Junkrat, dead, and then I recall again so that way I don't get blown up.
The funniest part with the recall too is that if you play custom games, which are now live for everything, and you can go in as Sombra and literally aim straight up into the sky and keep throwing and recalling just to go up and up and up and up, you'll eventually hit the maximum skybox and you'll literally get to be like, wow, this ground looks pretty, and then you can skydive like a champ.
Yep. That, and then I'm not
You
done.
take no fall damage out of it?
No. In Overwatch, there's no fall damage. But
No,
no,
hold on,
guys.
This is
there's
only in
more.
custom games where you can set the skill cooldown to 0. So you can literally just keep throwing it.
And Tim, you think she's broken now? But wait, there's more.
It's
her
hilarious.
L2 hacks enemy champions. It's a targeting on one champion. You hack them, they can no longer use skills. I shut down a McCree mid-ult last night with that. and her ultimate, it's an area of effect. It destroys all shields around her and hacks all enemies.
Bye-bye, Bastion.
So I was in the fray where there was a Junkrat mid-ult and a McCree about to go ult. Pop my ult, they lose their ults, they can't use skills, and the Reinhardt shield goes bye-bye. And then I kill the Reinhardt.
Broken.
Oh, she's so broken.
Take a selfish moment, guys, for just a moment. Can I be selfish for a second?
Go ahead.
Because this is something well, first and foremost, is Caddy 22 still here, or Katie 22?
Katie Cat, if you're still here.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's
Katie
still
Cat
here.
22. Katie 22, I want to give you a special shout out. Congratulations on that. You are my official 300th follower. Oh,
Woo!
yeah.
Triple what we have.
So very much for that.
That's the thing.
That
I
being said,
have to
hold
mention,
on.
guys, Fireman was on the road to 300 followers. He was 1 follower away. Katie, you have done it.
Oh,
Katie, that being said, hold on one second.
Katie, MVP.
You pushed his 300 button.
MVP, Katie. MVP.
MVP.
Yeah.
Keep picking up Scoobies.
Repack time.
Delicious.
Hashtag MVP.
Yum.
So tasty.
Sticker here for you. And you'll have to private message me, be it through Twitch or whatever you would like to do. And what we will do is we're going to send you that sticker right there.
Oh, shit.
Dude.
Widowmaker's Bay.
Widowmaker is
So,
love.
congratulations
If only I was
She
better.
got the
300
booty.
follower. God, I hope you live in
No.
the US. That'll cost me a fortune.
Mercy.
Mercy. Mercy.
It's close to you. Fantastic. Well, thank you for letting me take that quick moment of absolute selfishness.
Just
And
fine.
No,
shout out to the
Firebane.
other followers
Firebane.
I got
It
from
worked
stream.
because guess what? That sticker's from Overwatch.
That sticker is from Overwatch, without a doubt. It
Also,
worked out nicely.
Firebane
It's Steve Mario,
is
bro,
my
who followed me
girl.
previous, I believe.
Firebane.
Yeah,
Also,
that's your
quick
girl.
question. Did you know about the quick little hotfix they did with Mercy?
No. What do
You know her Halloween skin? How when you had the Halloween event, she said, what was it? The something with the minions?
Oh, my minions never
yeah.
die.
If you have that Halloween skin on now, your new voice line is "My minions never die." It's awesome. If
No,
you're
they-
a player
See,
like me
I'm
who
kicking
solo
myself
plays
so
Mercy.
bad for never playing during Halloween time, and I do love healers.
I'm
by
so
the way.
Oh no,
sorry.
they're probably gonna
Firebane-
make it so during next Halloween you can re-get those Halloween loot
Yeah,
boxes.
you can. You
to
can
get
buy them.
those.
I
But
hope
like
so.
it's nice
I
because
really
it's
do.
nice because you have Hanzo who has the normal skins, then he's got the Okami skin where instead of going Ryuga Wakateki
Pass me
Ukura,
the paper towel.
he just kind of goes. There's none here. He just kind of goes.
No, it's literally on your table.
What?
On your table. Give me
Where is
that one.
Wait, on the table?
You're fucking retarded. Give me that one.
Is it by the
There you
table?
go.
But no, basically like because
just check
they
in with the table.
he's looking for
That's
the
what
he's looking for the paper towel or repacking the hookah, and so
What are you eating?
we're smoking hookah. So
Oh, no,
basically.
I heard paper towel, so I wasn't
Oh
sure how
yeah.
much you were enjoying
So
it. Sure.
basically, like because Hanzo is when he changes into the
Mercy.
Okami skin, everything, including his alt, changes. So instead of going, the dragon one,
It's a wolf.
It's his tracker is look through the wolf's eyes. His alt says something about a wolf. I don't know it, and like
Right.
so they decided to do that because the fan base, everyone was like, all right, so Hanzo's got this. let's have Mercy have something similar, because, you know, it makes sense.
And then you have people like me who are like the dedicated healer. Like anytime we're all
Brandon
playing,
is GNM's dedicated
anytime
healer.
the GNM crew is playing on PlayStation Overwatch, I'm literally like, all right, I'm gonna go Mercy. Someone else picks Mercy, I will literally message them. I'll be like, pick a different fucking champion.
He shuts them right down.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
But no, like,
I get protective with Bay.
But yeah, and then the second thing I wanted to say about Overwatch, aside from Sombra being broken, and I give her like 2 to 4 weeks until she gets nerfed.
1.5.
Yeah, Taylor, I wanted to ask you just real quick about that. On a scale of like 1 to broken over the knee 1,000 times over and then some,
Hold on,
how would you rate
one.
that?
She's more broken than your Alfa Romeo on every other day.
Ooh. No, but no, seriously, she.
Wow.
It's funny because they put her in put her in so broken, but they do that with a lot of new champs
To test out the waters.
Yeah, example, when Ana first came in, a lot of people were thinking she's gonna be super OP broken.
She was,
but at the same time
Was not.
was not. Whereas Sombra is nothing but a broken rape train. Like,
Yeah.
thank God they put in the broken rape train.
it's a rape train
No
off the
brakes.
wheels. There's no rules. There's nothing.
There's nothing. It's a rape train that's coming for you. But no,
Full steam
basically,
ahead.
thank God they instituted a one champion policy for each team, so you can't have an entire team of Sombras, or like, you know, back in the day when we did an entire team of
I talked about this
Reinhardts.
last week.
It's one champ of that, like, so like one person picks Sombra, no one else on your team can pick Sombra.
Yeah, you know
because
how-
if they had a full team of Sombra,
Yeah, you know how in ranked,
thank God.
you know how in ranked
Thank
they have
God.
that limit. You can only have one at a time. They implemented that across all game modes, except for custom game modes where you can literally be like, "Hey guys, let's all play fucking Call of Duty and have 6 Soldier 76s against 6 Soldier 76s." So now, if you're like me and you are like a strictly non-ranked player, and you don't play a lot of ranked games, you don't have to deal with everybody being like, "Hey guys, let's all go May," and I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Can we have team comp, please?"
No, but it's nice because if everyone went Sombra on a team, the opposing team
get
would
shut
never
down.
win. They would never move. They would never anything. They probably would never leave spawn.
They would never be.
Yeah, probably they'd be dead before they could even
No, because imagine this. Imagine you're in a game mode. You're on the enemy team. My team all has Sombras with their alts charged. You guys trying to push a point using any kind of skills at all. That's not happening. Because you have 6 Sombras, each just needs to single target one person and hack them. They'll stay hacked for a good 30 seconds. And then if they decide to, one person pops their ult, waits about another 30 seconds, other person pops the ult. You guys will never use a skill during the match. That's why I'm glad they put in that one champion per team thing. Like,
That
it's
also
great.
applies really well, for example, with Anna. Here you go. With Anna, there was a big thing with her where people would go literally 6 Annas, and everyone would just sleep dart their own individual target and then go capture a point, and then they'd all wipe themselves. The other team goes to defend the other point. They'd sleep dart the same target, cap the point, and it would be game over. Nothing the enemy team can do against it.
Yep.
It's a mess. It's an absolute
It's a mess. That's why I'm glad that they added that.
But the second thing with Overwatch
BRB.
is the play of the game 2.0. Because
Well, we
I
Talked about that yesterday.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to see how they implement that.
because it's nice because I like it. I like being the guy who gets play of the game because I play a lot of Genji, Reaper, and Hanzo. But whenever I'm on a team with a Junkrat always ends up getting play of the game, and it's infuriating because all Junkrat does is just pop an ult, get 5 kills, boom, there we go. This play of the game mode is going to focus more on teamwork. So it's like basically saying, if you have a Zarya who ults, gets everyone crowded in together, and then you have a Hanzo who readies up, fires his ult down the line, and kills everyone, that's gonna get a play of the game because it's focusing more on teamwork, and and both people will actually get that credit for play of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of if you had described last time. It's like what Brendan described last time. It's like Reinhardt comes in, shields coming in clutch. Mercy revives like a champ, and then McCree and Hanzo come in to swipe the point.
It's not going to focus mainly on that many. It's going to focus on like a couple people doing teamwork. Yeah, 2, 3 maybe at the most. But it's like, because I know there have been many matches where I've gotten play of the games basically with the help of someone else, and I'm the one who gets the credit because I did the most kill damage. When in reality, I would not have been able to kill them if not for the other person giving me such a sweet setup.
Like here's a play of the game 2.0 that I'll give you an example of that I ended up not being a play. The other person got play of the game. I was playing as Zenyatta, and a Reaper drops in on the point, and I pop my ult just as he pops his. I save all of my friends from getting Reaper ulted. And then a freaking another Reaper jumps in and drops his ult, massacres the other team. I don't get credit, but the other Reaper gets play of the game for a team kill.
Yep, that's one thing they were talking about heavily, because they were like, oh, well, you guys sick of getting those Reapers and Junkrats and Torbjorns getting the plays of the game? And I'm like, yes, I'm very sick of this.
Yeah. That would have been a play of the game 2.0. Me saving my team from a team kill, and then Reaper coming and dropping his ult and massacring the rest of the team.
Yeah, it's nice. So, like, so what do you think, Firebane, about it? What do you think about the 2.0 plays of the game?
The 2.0 plays of the game, I think that a lot of you guys have really hit it up in the nail on the head on that. You want to make sure that you get credit to where credit is really due, not to the person who alternatively jumped in there and sort of pulled it off.
People who pad their KD.
Going back to what you guys were saying in regards to having, making it so that you have to choose a different character. You guys are right, absolutely, in regards to that. I remember many times who I've gone up against, like an entire team of Bastions, and there's no moving at that point.
Yep.
It treads out the entire
I've also been on that
and
team that was all Bastions, and it was not very much fun. You
We
just
also-
kind of hit and shoot.
Exactly.
One of our favorite ones is we called it Mercy in the Middle. I went Mercy. Everyone
Five
else went.
Torbjorns.
Not
Yeah,
Torbjorns.
yeah.
Everyone else went.
no, Reinhardt's, 5
everyone else went
Reinhardts.
Reinhardt. We had 4 people on the outside, 1 person covering in front of me, and they all just kept spinning in circles while moving forward. So it was just an impenetrable shield with continuous heals.
And the best part is we went up against a team that was mostly Torbjorns.
We kicked their ass.
Because that one guy in the middle, whenever one shield would go down, they'd switch, and that way while they're charging their shield in the middle, they have time to just constantly be rotating while Mercy's on heal duty. Which is like, I'm glad there's that one champ limit, because that way stupid shit like that can't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've seen the arcade modes. I've got a chance to play the arcade modes that they've just recently implemented. Those are a lot of fun. They really are.
Have you
Give
tried
a chance
the
to play a
1v1
variety of
duel?
characters. The which?
The 1v1 duel.
Yeah, that's the one I've actually done, because honestly, it's like the one where you play like a full team against a full team. That's like, might as well just be playing the game at that rate.
Exactly.
But the 1v1 duel is a lot of fun. It's gonna really test your skills one-on-one with people and see how you do with every character.
Yeah,
It's
the
not
duel's
going
the
to
same
be.
character
You don't get to
versus,
play
you
your
know.
favorite character. Mine, of course, being Mech. Wait, somebody- wait.
Bastion? Diva.
No,
Diva?
no. Diva, yes, Diva. You see, somebody else was
Diva
saying so
Mercy
else,
comp.
no, Diva is
Unstoppable.
Bay for me. I mean, really.
Mercy's bad.
No, see,
Oh,
I
Mercy.
enjoy Diva. Like, when me and Brandon go our Diva Mercy comp on Temple of
Unstoppable.
Anubis, you're not getting past the front.
No.
You die at the front.
Yeah, if it's done right, Diva is an absolute monster to deal with. And admittedly, some people are like, you play her because you can't shoot. Well, yeah.
Well,
but
no.
I mean,
Fun
it's
fact too,
fantastic.
she's gotten more of a monster, because in the
Her
newest
mech's gotten upgraded. In her mech's got a health
No.
upgrade.
In the
But here's
newest-
the thing is that she's a lot of fun to play with the mech. The mech is definitely those shotgun, auto-rotating shotguns. But the moment she pops out of her mech,
She's
that's
screwed.
when people really need to run.
Yep.
No, like if she can dodge
No, she
the bullets
hits-
and stay
she
safe,
hits pretty
will
hard.
She does, but
destroy
her health is
people
so low.
in that regard.
No, like, it's funny because you have she does like an okay amount of damage when she's in her mech, but then when she's out of it, it's like, all right, if they can dodge all these shots, you're screwed. You're dead. Because the Diva, like, I've gone up against a Diva out of mech
Just
with a
headshot,
Soldier
headshot,
76. I'm gone. She just dunks me because she
Oh,
dodged
yeah,
all the
she-
bullets. Headshot. I'm gone, and like I'm sitting in my heels like Jesus fucking Christ. Like, Diva outside of the mech is a fearsome force.
So, and this is sticking along the same lines of Blizzard here, if you guys don't mind me shifting up on that one. Just
Do
a
it.
Go
little bit.
ahead, do you,
Because I admit this is totally being selfish. I'm excited about this one.
dude?
Do it.
Doesn't matter that we talk about
Is
games
the
here. If
new,
it's a game, feel
Heroes
free to
of the
talk about it.
Storm update that came out with the new Brawler mode.
I saw that.
So
I haven't played Heroes
honestly,
of the Swarm for a long time, so this might actually make me give it a second look.
I'm really excited about this, and this is kind of like, when you play the extra in a crowd of 5,000 people and say, that's me! Well, if you listen to the chanting and the stomping inside of that, I'm actually one of the people chanting and stomping.
That's kind of
Nice.
That's kind of cool. I mean, I take issue with Heroes of the Storm just a little bit. Well, I am a Blizzard fanboy. Admittedly, I love StarCraft. I like Diablo. I'm a big fan. It's a League of Legends clone.
No, that's exactly what it is. They tapped into the League of Legends. Dave is having a seizure, I think.
Sorry,
I
no,
think
I
he
just
is.
remembered something, Tim. When you spoke about something with StarCraft, there was a story that I found on Twitter
Broken
that I'm like, ooh, the guy
Is it that the StarCraft scene in Korea is shut down?
Yep.
Because that happened. Their StarCraft Pro League is over.
God.
Cheating.
Really?
Cheating.
It wasn't about.
They were
wasn't
doing
about
serious
that, but
cheating
it was actually
in their
about-
side, so they
it
got
was
shut
actually,
down.
It was actually about a player.
Oh,
The white guy winning?
Jaedong.
Was it that? Was it
His
America
name's
finally won
Jaedong,
something?
I think.
Well, hold on. Can we all just take a fact that for once in history, a white guy won like the StarCraft championship?
yes. Oh. Yes. No.
It's a Christmas miracle.
I mean, y'all can call me racist. It's not racist. The Koreans pretty much win
really good
every
at
single
games.
year. It's about time a non-Asian descent person finally won something.
Fuck. Like, seriously, come on. The
He put in the
Koreans have
legwork.
dominated the StarCraft scene since StarCraft Brood Wars came out. I mean, let's be honest here.
Not anymore, they
It's a
don't.
national sport for them. It really
It
is.
really
These
is.
guys worship this.
It's how
Well,
half
guys,
the politics make their money.
I
let me
feel
just
sorry
correct
for
you
the team that
here.
has to go back home to Korea and didn't succeed in that.
Let me
Yeah.
correct you right here. It was a national sport for them.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
It's true.
Not anymore.
But no, guys, that's the thing. Because here's the thing. It's actually like this. And now here's the thing. This isn't necessarily the article that I originally found. This is from ESPN, but it's the same thing. StarCraft legend Jaedong of Evil Geniuses to retire after BlizzCon. This
Yep.
was this was
Yeah, I
before.
saw that.
Wow.
Yeah, South Korean legend Lee, and this is written by Eric Van Allen. This is all of ESPN.com. South Korean legend Lee Jaedong has announced his retirement from professional StarCraft. The 26-year-old, who has been playing StarCraft professionally for over a decade, will wear his pro player jersey one final time during BlizzCon this coming weekend. A true legend of the StarCraft Brood War era, Jaedong was an innovator in Zerg strategy throughout the late 2000s. From the 2-hatch Muta build to Zerg mirror timing attacks and his infamous Mutalisk micromanagement, Jaedong was considered a god of Brood War. Though his gamer ID was simply his first name, Jaedong would also often be referred to as, quote-unquote, the Tyrant, coined by OGN commentator
Accurate.
Jae-kyung to signify the hyper-aggressive strategies that
Hey,
define
Love 'em
his
here.
Zerg
What's up,
play.
buddy?
For
Oh my God,
43
love them all. That emote is.
Yeah.
Oh God,
For
is that
40
who I think it is?
Wait, what?
Love them all. Just
What
put
just
an emote in.
Oh God, is it that guy who paints stuff?
Yes.
Bob Ross. That's a Bob Ross. That's a universal.
Bob
Alright,
Ross,
so-
that's who it is.
The thing that I like about that, Dave,
Wait,
is
why
I
do
tell
you sound
I tell
sad
people
about
the
that? That's a
esports news
beautiful
all the
thing.
time whenever I can.
But it's
And
Bob
when I told one of my buddies, I'm like, "Oh yeah, this dude retired at 26." They're like, "That's young to retire." I'm like, "Do you know how prone these motherfuckers are to getting like carpal tunnel and seriously shutting down their game?"
There was one South Korean guy who's had carpal tunnel surgery like
6 times.
and he still plays, and he's like,
he's
they're just
got
my battle
for days,
scars.
and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
battle scars. Let's roll."
Come on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Basically, for 43 months straight, from 2008 to 2011, Jaedong held the top-ranked Zerg player spot in the Korean Esports Association rankings. According to Esports earnings, Jaedong won the second highest amount of prize pool earnings of any StarCraft player during his Brood
Because
War.
it's easy to play Zerg, that's why.
I mean,
Sounds like some salt coming from Timmy Boy.
Kinda yes,
I
kinda
played-
no.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
It's
I mean,
easy to
don't
play
know.
Zerg. It's hard to play Zerg really well.
I mean, I play Protoss, so you can sort of see why I'm kind of mad.
True.
Yeah.
Tim,
But,
do you work at the
well,
Norton
yeah, I mean,
factory
playing
because
the
you're
Warlock,
covered in
that's how I
salt?
felt about rogues, but I just mean that they're not good players.
Yeah, but then here's the other thing, though. Here's the other thing, just with this last bit in the article, because I think this is something we're definitely gonna have to talk about probably. But though his StarCraft 2 days were less illustrious, often falling to
love 'em
players
all.
like Young Taijia, Young So, and struggling to break top 8 in more recent events, Jaidong still remains a titan of the Brood War era, and one of the players who shaped the early StarCraft scene and became a pillar of esports history. What do you guys think about that claim? You think that's pretty true?
Yeah.
I mean, I can think of maybe one or two other professional esports players that I would hold in as high esteem and even higher than Jaidong, but Jaidong is definitely a staple, or at least the highest for the StarCraft community.
Yeah, he's definitely like one of the grandmasters of StarCraft.
Of StarCraft, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, I will hold. There's one esports player who's a CS:GO player that I hold in higher regard, specifically because he's still going, and he's been going since day one of CS:GO.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's almost 30.
Damn. All I know is TSM for the win.
Whoa,
Let's go.
Whoa. Why are you going to say he's almost 30?
Because he's been playing since day
For
one of
Firebase.
I still play CSGO. I'm 40.
Tim, stop insulting our valuable guest.
I played Counter-Strike since it very first came out, and they're like, oh, you mean Origins? I mean, no, it's called fucking Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
Tim, stop insulting our guest. He's not going to want to come back.
Clap back, Thanksgiving clap.
I play it.
Because we are in fact in the presence of a CS:GO veteran, who
I'm an old man gamer, and damn it, I just got it when it counts.
He has feelings, damn it.
Your mom and your grandma was my bitch.
Ooh.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Got it. Oh, Jeezy
I
Pete's.
never realized what a whore my mom was until I started playing video games with people.
Accurate as
I love
fuck.
my mom, and so can you for only $9.95.
Savage. Savage.
I think we should end the stream on that note.
No,
one has
we
anyone-
still have our
if nobody
glitch. We
has
still
any
have
other
glitch of
stories,
the day
nobody has any-
and the gem of the day.
I mean, I got a small thing about.
I'm done, so whatever.
Oh, Brandon's
Taylor,
got some
Brandon?
stuff. I still have my gem of the day I want to talk about, which I will be
Alright.
streaming either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm doing Dishonored. All right, I'll probably stream it Wednesday. But Dave, you have some glitch of the day stuff. I want to see what those glitches are. Email it to me. That way I can put it in here instead of Skype chat. Or just talk about them.
They are division glitches of the day.
Yeah, now
Ouch.
granted, Riker's Jesus is not amongst these pictures, but they are some other glitches that I found that are somewhat older, but still friggin' funny as hell. I just need
Because
to
ragdoll physics.
Dude, alright, ragdoll physics in any game when fucked up is just so entertaining. Like,
It's glorious, especially with the faction, the Cleaners in the division. If you shoot their tanks on their back, they explode in wonderful fashion,
Yep.
causing ragdoll physics to be quite entertaining if broken
Alright.
properly.
so while Dave emails the stuff to Taylor, I will like to talk about
Dave,
my gem of the day.
Email it to gamersandmeat@gmail.
Yep, I was just about to ask, did you want to do the GNM email?
Alright,
So-
so Brandon, what's your gem of the day?
This game I've been thoroughly looking into. I've played it a little bit, have been looking forward to streaming it, never have found the time, but I will find the time Wednesday because I just polished up my recent arc of Until Dawn.
Yep.
And as you
Shivo
know,
plays Until Dawn.
as
is
you know,
finally
I'm a
concluded.
big fan of the horror games and the dark games that make me want to poo my pants at every corner.
Oh, I've got a great one for you.
Oh man, I'll have to listen to that. But the game I'm talking about is Daylight. It
Daylight.
looks
Oh, yeah.
amazing. I played a little bit of it, and like in the first area, I literally spawned in, and it's just creepy music all the time. And I'm just like, oh crap, what's going on? But the graphics are awesome. From what I got for like the 15-20 minutes I was playing, the story
It's
looks like it's
horrifying.
about to be amazing.
It's
And
terrifying.
like, I can't wait to scare the poo out of myself.
It's a poo.
So-
I've played Daylight. It's a poo coaster.
It's a poo
That's
coaster?
exactly-
Alright, well
It's a
then,
poo coaster.
for anybody watching, I will be doing a Daylight stream on Wednesday. You should come check it out. Watch me get scared, because I plan on pre-gaming pretty hard that day. Because, you know, my reactions are funnier after I've been having many alcohols. But yeah, it looks seriously good.
Alcohol just makes gaming more fun.
I know, right?
But no,
Yeah.
Taylor,
And more chance that
Oh,
the
wow.
streamer will actually piss his pants, too. if
I
he's
mean,
ready-
you're not wrong. I accidentally did one time, but that's after I had 3 scorpion buckets to myself and played Dark Souls.
That was a
No, sorry,
funny night.
Demon Souls.
That
Demon
was a
Souls.
funny night.
It was
But I
Demon
remember that
Souls, not
Scorpion
Dark Souls. Dark Souls is a child's play.
That was a funny night. He went out with his friends. His friend
Let me
bought
see
him
the story.
like
So,
so much booze.
It was my buddy's birthday, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go out drinking. You wanna come with us?" And I'm like, "I can't. I'm poor." My buddy issued the magic words, "I'll pay for you." I'm like, "All right, done."
First
those are
mistake.
gorgeous words
You-
right there.
Firebane, do you know those small little plastic buckets that you bring to the beach and make sandcastles with? Yeah, that was their scorpion bowl for one. I polished off 3 in an hour and added 2 beers onto that. I was fucking god. The whole reason I remember that night is because I went back and watched the live stream I did. It was hilarious. I kept dying over and over and over and screaming and crying. It was amazing.
All right,
Another
Dave.
time, guys, swing by my stream and check out the highlights section. You guys are going to see me playing a game that is called, oh shit, what's it called? Oh no. See, I suffer from I can't CRS. That's also known as can't remember shit.
Yeah, I'm in that boat.
It's a scary game. Amber Rose. So check out my highlights, and you guys will see me damn near piss my pants on stream. And it's really when I scream like a little girl. And it's
That's always entertaining.
I usually just freak my shit and fall out of my chair.
All right, Dave. So I've got 3 pictures up on here, man. You want to describe these?
Well, here's the one thing that I was going to say. In that email, I sent you 4 pictures. 3 of them are glitch of the day. 1 is the thing that sorry. 3 pictures are glitch of the day. The 4th picture is what I think Tim has been doing in his spare time in the division when I'm never around.
Alright, well, let's blow up the first picture. It looks to be the snowy area by a guardrail and truck, and let's have Davey Boy describe it for us.
Okay, so this picture right here, if you look at the red and white barrier, look at how this guy died.
Way up.
His leg is through the fucking wall.
Because that's how
And he's
concrete
like,
works.
Because that's how physics works.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I think the word
that
physics and this game just
Personally,
don't.
if my leg goes through a brick wall, I think I might die too. Or
Yeah.
screaming.
I'd also question where you live, where your leg goes through a concrete wall. I mean,
Yeah,
you could live
that's
in
a
northern
little-
New York, but...
Alright, there's that.
All right. So
okay,
the next one. Let's look at this one where this guy looks to be stuck in a tank.
actually, it's like this. If you want to blow it up, basically, this was actually the first glitch of the day photo that I ever took on the division. I killed a cleaner. And he kind of blew up. But the way he glitched, he like hopped on top of the rail and was kind of like.
So basically, you killed him, and then just to add insult to injury, he squished his jimmies.
Flinching.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
it looks uncomfortable to be honest.
It does look
It
very
looks like
uncomfortable.
it looks like me when I sat down to try to get back for Firebane's story.
That was a fun time. I sat here and laughed.
All right, and then there's another glitch picture that I probably want to reveal just before the 4th one though.
Hold on, is this the 4th one or is this the other glitch picture?
Looks like a weed farm.
Oh, this is a weed farm.
No, that's not a weed farm. That's what Tim's been doing in his spare time when I'm not online.
Growing weed.
In the division.
Yeah. Accurate.
Well, wait, how did you find my hydroponic system?
Oh wait, let me ask: is this game taking place in California now? I mean, is that what's going on?
Definitely.
Oh, no, it's in New York. I saw this. I'm like, Tim, what have you been doing?
Nothing. That was my system. Nobody touches that. That's my shit.
He's been growing weed in his
So this
spare
is
time.
the next one. I guess this is another glitch one, Dave. So tell us what's happening here, because it's kind of far, so we can't really see it even if I blow it up.
No, I understand that. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to look towards where the guardrail is. Like if you see
Oh,
where
the
my
guy's hand is through it.
What?
I see it.
Oh,
Damn, he
He
must have
literally
punched
got-
that hard.
Yeah, like what? Like
Was he the Incredible Hulk?
I have no idea. He just bled right through the guardrail. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's not that hard to set up a collision barrier around the outside of the guardrail. It's actually real simple. I do it all the time in Unreal. So, just saying. That could be easily avoided if, you you expand the collision barrier to take up the whole object.
Rather than, you know, the around
Rather
it.
than the top and the side.
Yeah, basically.
Well, dude, it's funny because the Division, like, even when I played a little bit recently,
And here,
they're just
talking
so
about this,
bad.
pisser.
They're just
Really glitchy.
they're so bad
Really
at,
glitchy.
you know, making things work right.
Collision barriers escape the developers.
I don't think they know what either of those words
Collision
means,
barriers-
yet alone combined.
Collision barriers escape a ton of developers. Like, I was playing Dragon Age, and actually,
Oh my
a
God,
good one
yeah.
I was playing was Battlefield 1, and I'm trying to hop through a goddamn huge-ass window, and my character's just like, I can't get through here, and I'm getting shot at, and I was like, alright, cool, I guess I'm gonna die because the devs fucked up this collision barrier, and I can't get through a huge-ass open window. What the fuck?
It's like, honestly, and the other collision barriers that I have a problem with, well, okay, Dragon Age. I have problems with the collision barriers specifically because they're too big.
Yeah.
Damn collision barriers in Dragon Age Inquisition are massive. Like, you're walking past, like, a tiny little bush, and the collision barrier is, like, a foot away. Like,
Ta-da!
I forget, did I at all talk about the new update? And by that I mean the new person you can play as in the Division at all? Ever?
there's no new person you can play as, but there's a new enemy.
Yeah, no, there's a new specialist you can play as.
Holy shit, that was
There's
close.
this new class in the Division?
No, not Division.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
What's the game that everyone busts through walls and blows people up on? It's another Tom Clancy
Rainbow
one.
Six Siege.
That's the
Siege.
one.
Siege.
Siege.
The new operators. The new
Some
operators.
shooting game.
Yeah, Hanoi, Hanoi and, no, fucking Echo and Shimada, I think. Or Shinada, I'm not sure.
with you.
Yeah. I go and I come out of
Right.
thin air.
Well, I can't
is
find
with
it
you.
on the fly, so I'll have to save that, put it in my pocket for next week. Because
Yeah.
my buddy Matt was talking to me about it, and it just sounds
Fire,
so
what are you
broken.
eating? What is it in
What?
your mouth?
That's his pipe.
That's the pipe stem.
That's the stem to the. Sorry.
He lost the rest of his
If you
pipe
guys
in a
haven't
betting
noticed,
match.
I've been flipping through 8 different pipes. Seven
Seven.
pipes.
I noticed like 2 of them. I was like, oh.
I noticed all of them, and I approve of the category.
Thank you very much. And for the people who've actually asked, no, there's nothing in these pipes. Come on, I'm inside. Firewife would kill.
We're
me.
outside, that's why we
Yeah.
can smoke, and it's really fucking cold. I can't
yeah.
feel my hands. This is metal.
Outside.
Yeah, and I will say this: I actually do have just a small little thing, and I'm not sure how much because
Whoa. Wow, it's okay, man. Don't worry.
Dave,
Dude,
nobody
just
wants to
be-
know what you have in your pants.
Dave, we you.
Christ's sake.
Oh, Dave. By the way, do you have any of these nuts?
I failed again at that.
Dude, come on, you gotta keep up with that.
Okay, he told me how he failed on getting these nuts.
He failed
Dude,
twice
this is his
now.
second time failing on getting these nuts.
You have the cheese.
I have a third.
Do you have the
Yes,
cheese?
I do. Cheese. It is in the fridge.
So it's
Good.
not near you. So it means you failed with cheese too. Good job.
Okay. All right.
Come on, Charlie.
All right.
I mean, I'm not
only-
failing to keep my liquor streaming. I mean, I've got my liquor on tap right now. What's up with you? Where's your cheese? Where's your nuts? And then you have Firebane, who I really feel sorry for, and I do need to get your address at some point so I can send you a bottle.
That's the only thing that I will say.
I wasn't kidding. I will actually send you. I don't know if you know Davidoff cigars.
Oh, we
I
do.
heard that you enjoy
We do.
Buddy,
cigars, so
we've
I
been
will make
smoking
sure I
fine
send-
cigars and drinking fine whiskey since we were 18. We've got it
So,
under wraps.
My previous job before I did cell phone sales, which I don't do anymore, now I'm a full-time streamer and getting ready to work for the federal government of the state. But I used to be what's called a tobacconist.
There we go.
Tobacconist is, these are the people who teach cigar aficionados how to be them. And I used to sell Davidoff cigars, which are beautiful mouth cigars. But if you like a nice Maduro, I'll send you a good Maduro, which is a darker, more full.
I enjoy Maduro
I
cigars.
enjoy
Brandon
Maduro,
hates
but
them.
I prefer Connecticut Shade.
He prefers more natural.
Okay, well, Connecticut Shade isn't too bad, but honestly, what I would probably suggest is I might send you something called a Recluse, which is made by Recluse Cigars, iconic cigar. And these are a box-pressed torpedo-style cigar that are absolutely spectacular.
Box
That's
pressed
the way to
and
my heart is
torpedo?
box pressed.
All right.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, guys. I know that I don't have these nuts. I know that I don't have the cheese near me. It's in the fridge, but it's not near me. There's only one thing though that I don't know how redeemable this is, but there
Dave?
is one thing that I do have.
Dave.
That
No, I can literally walk inside and get ball on a cup and I'll beat you. Literally, I've got like 5 things of ball in a cup just scattered around the house.
Yeah, everyone. Dave the Nut has his balls hanging out right on stream.
I mean,
this
yeah,
is,
it's getting pretty
it's getting,
lewd.
it's getting raunchy.
I gotta start taking off my clothes, man. It's getting kind of hot.
See, Dave,
Like,
I don't keep mine on a string.
Oh,
Mine
jeez,
is kept in
man,
my
it's
wife's purse.
getting warm. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm
But
getting
no, if you
toasted.
guys-
Self-
if you guys
self-burn?
remember the Watch Dogs 2 trailer at all, or for those of you guys that might have seen the Watch Dogs 2 trailer at all out on YouTube, this is what's known as a Thunderball. This is the weapon the main
It's so
character
dark outside.
Marcus
Look at our
will be
camera. I'm just a
using in the
floating
game.
head with arms. Oh my god.
Yeah, and basically, basically, long and short of it was, I was going to an event, a role-playing event in East Village. My mom was like, I'm worried about you going there at night, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a cue from video games and actually protect myself. So I got a baseball, shoelaces, and a key ring, and I hollowed out this baseball. You ready for this? I hollowed it out in at work with...
Did you hollow it out with your little thing?
No.
Is it uncomfortable? Did it chafe?
I think it might have chafed. That's
Ooh,
probably
ouch.
why. That's probably why. That's probably why these nuts are are not on commission right now.
Probably.
I gotta ask
Buying
something,
it.
though. What would be the sheer irony of the fact that if that's the weapon that actually took out Negan?
That would be funny.
That's for Walking
I would
Dead
laugh.
fans. I'm
That
just
would be
saying.
hilarious.
Yeah, but
Speaking of that, what's Glenn's favorite
Thunderball I told
restaurant,
you about,
guys?
This is it. This is the Thunderball.
Oh, yo, Firebane.
What's Glenn's favorite restaurant?
If I am correct, and forgive me for if I'm sniping it ahead of time for you, but I believe that Glenn likes to go to Popeyes.
Yes. How did you know?
Oh, I don't know.
He
I
loves
just
the
have an eye out
biscuits
for these sort of
there.
things.
Yeah, the biscuits are apparently amazing.
Yeah,
according
he
to
went.
him.
He went. Though I think the last time he went there, I talked to him a few days ago. He went with his new girlfriend Lucille.
Yeah,
Oh,
I heard.
wow.
I heard that it's getting serious.
I hate all of
She's a
you.
real eye popper, so
Yeah, exactly.
Might actually work.
I hate all of you.
I'm watching Tim in the upper.
Hey, really, hearing these terrible jokes is giving me a splitting headache. I just want to say.
Hey,
suck
hon,
my
guys,
nuts.
can we talk for a quick second? How Pornhub put up a thing where it said like Lucille gives good head,
my
and it's a
God,
picture
I
of
saw it. I was
Abraham,
dying.
and then it said
was
embarrassed
dying.
in front of whole family, and it was a picture of Rick.
And yes, he does enjoy buttering the biscuits so
Have
much.
you not the Pornhub fake videos that they put up of just Glenn getting his head bashed in? by
Also, you
Negan,
can't
and they
forget
made it-
Cornhub.
They titled them like porn videos.
You also can't
Yeah,
forget
sure, hopefully
Cornhub.
it actually is waiting out getting spoilers right now, but if you haven't by this point seen it, that's a little.
That's
Sucks
your
to be
fault.
you.
That's a little
It's your
bit.
fault.
It's your
Not
fault.
ours.
But
I
no,
mean,
yeah.
there's only 3 episodes left till the mid-season finale. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Really? It's only
3,
Oh.
3 left.
Yep.
Just
It's
for-
quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I literally made a.
There was a joke there, not after that.
But yeah, no, I literally made a freaking Thunderball. I hollowed this out with my pocket knife and iron, like it took me a full solid like 4 5 hours to hollow this baseball out.
Now,
Like,
I have
get
to
through the
ask, are you like Mallory Archer and you just fill all your hollow vessels with buckles? Because I feel like you have buckles in there.
Well played. But no, this is as solid as it gets. But there's literally it's a hollowed out baseball, shoelaces, and a fucking key ring. I'm like, any motherfucker tries to mess with me, they're gonna get their skull smashed.
See,
in with this.
I'm just a
See,
simple
honestly,
man. I
do
carry
that
a
with, like,
knife
some
with me.
cube on a bowling ball.
Oh, they do them with billiard balls.
Dude, I would much rather do it with a billiard ball. That would hurt way more.
Well, I've
Yeah.
got big balls. It looks like you've got big balls.
Oh,
Somebody
hey,
put
hey there,
AC up in this
ACDC.
joint.
No,
Somebody put on
dude, you gotta
AC
do it
footballs.
with a pool ball, because that way you can pull a Rocco.
Oh,
Because you are Rocco.
Yeah.
And that way you can
pretty
just
much.
grab it and then hit someone sick, fuck.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just get off the tech and grab by. So anyway,
On the side note,
Ain't that the shit, Lynx? Just shoot the motherfucker.
All right. Well, does anybody have anything else to talk about?
well, I'd like to take a quick moment here to actually thank all of you gentlemen here at Gamers in Need, and to all of you for actually inviting me on. I've had a real blast. I hope to see you guys again soon.
Dude, hey, we always
Dude,
have
yeah.
availability for people to come and join us
Exactly.
every week.
Monday, man.
We
What
need
can I
guest
say?
streamers.
We're
We need 'em.
lazy. We only really know 3 people.
Exactly.
And then, of course, the shameless plug for those who don't know me, I'm Firebane. It's nice to meet you.
Yes,
This is
everyone.
Firebane. He's a master of
Everyone
class.
who's watching, go follow Firebane. Damn it, he just hit 300. Let's make it go over that.
So that would probably be a day. Oh, if you want to check out the stream, it'll be fantastic. It does not come with smell-o-vision. Congratulations.
But hey guys, just want to links it here. It says, can we talk about how they're banning marijuana in the esports leagues?
What?
What?
Why?
Since when?
I need to talk. I need to weigh in.
Tim
on this
has the
real
floor.
quick.
Here
Right
you go. I'm putting my coat
fucking
back
now.
on.
Is there an actual story to this though? Like, is there something on the internet that's actually like?
If there is, I will research it and we will save it for next week. Because if this is a real thing, I am going to get very heated about
Well,
this.
let's be honest.
Why,
guys.
Tim? Do you
I
think
mean,
you're
just
esports
much
material?
Like steroids and things like that are performance-enhancing drugs for actual sports people. For esports, marijuana is a performance-enhancing drug.
Yeah, but
No,
Michael
he
Phelps smokes pot, and he's the most champion medal winner ever.
Marijuana gives me a reason to keep playing League.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And it's not for me, but
but Dave, if there is a story to this, I'm gonna pocket this, research this, and save this for next week.
Yeah, and actually, hey Lynx, you bring up a very good opportunity for this, because guys, like Lynx Wolf, if you happen to know a story that you want us to talk about, if you follow us on Twitter, like @DaveTheNut1 or @gamers_and_mead,
And if you follow us on Facebook,
or Facebook,
If you follow us on
basically, if you
Facebook.
find a story, link it to us, and then
use the hashtag GNMTalk. Capital GNMT and the rest ALK. Regular. Also, don't forget to add @GamersAndMead. Because sometimes @GNMTalk doesn't like to work and likes to be an asshole. So, if you tag us with @GamersAndMead, we'll definitely see it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I just put the hashtag in the chat for you guys. So just use that hashtag, tag either Gamers and Mead or Dave the Nut. Excuse me, and we will happily talk about your story on air, because we need all the stories we can get. We research a fair amount of shit ourselves, but we want you guys. If you have something you want us to talk about, say something. Tell us.
Otherwise, you're going to listen to personal stories all fucking day.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You're gonna hear about how our day
45
went.
minutes of this stream, but anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, but is that it? Do we have no more stories? Are we all good?
I don't know. I think I'm out of stuff.
I mean,
Firebane, got any fun little tidbits?
I've got stories, but it's probably inappropriate.
Okay, but I think we just want to call it here. It's been about 2 hours.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, well, hey guys, thank you for tuning in to the stream. Firebane, our special guest, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's
Give him
been
a round of applause.
it has been a blast.
Let's give Firebane a round of applause and a round of cheers. Cheers to Firebane for coming out.
Cheers.
We'd be
Again,
glad to
Fire-
have you next week or any other of the following Mondays.
Exactly. Hey, if you want to join us again on the stream, just let us know. Please
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, definitely. And hey, to Firebane once again, congratulations again on passing your GED with flying colors, and thank you again so much for your service. It really does mean a lot to us.
All right.
no, I appreciate it. Can I hog up just a quick?
Go ahead.
Dude, hog all you want, man.
It keeps
I-
us,
you know,
the
I've
more
got
you
a lot
hog,
to
the
do,
more it
guys.
keeps
I'm
us
gonna-
on the
I'm gonna
live
totally
stream.
be a whore about this, but here's what I'm going to talk about real quick, because since you guys have given me this moment and we've got an audience here, is if you guys go to my channel and you check it out, I want you guys to go down to the information link, and there's something on there called the Veterans Crisis Line. And if you live here in America, what I want you guys to do is take a moment, click on that link, and copy the number down and give it to every veteran you know. Now, I know this might be a somber thing to say real fast, guys. We're having a lot of fun on the stream, and these guys are a total blast. I'd encourage you to keep following them. But here's what I'm going to say. Please give that number to every veteran you know. I don't care if they're in a good mood, bad mood, happy mood, whatever it is. You give them that number. Put it as a tool in their belt so that they can use it. I've had to use it myself. A veteran will never tell you when he's in an emotional crisis or when he's facing something that he can't really deal with. But that number will give him a window of opportunity with somebody who's not just there as a suicide awareness, but he's there to actually connect him with veteran organizations and government organizations that might be able to fix the problems that are happening with him. It only takes a moment to check out my channel, click on the link, copy the number, and pass it around. The more people that gets it into their hands, the more veterans' lives we can save. 22 is the magic number. And when I say magic, I don't mean that in a good way. 22 is the number of veterans that take their own lives here in America every day.
It's
Yeah.
it's crazy how high that number is too. Like for a country that loves war, we really don't care much about our
the
veterans.
people who've been in the war.
Exactly.
No. A lot of the citizens do, and it's getting a lot better, guys. It
It
really
is. It is
I don't
now.
want to give you that picture of doom, but no, it's gotten 10 million times better to where it was during the Vietnam eras, and they're making it up to the Vietnam veterans also. So please don't think that it's terrible. It really isn't, but it still has a long way to go.
It definitely does.
That's true.
Definitely
Yeah,
does.
so definitely, you guys, if you get the chance and you go to Firebane's channel, please take his advice. Please copy down the Veterans Crisis Line number, and please pass it out to every single veteran you know, and even to people that know veterans. Please, please, please pass it around because our veterans have given everything to keep us free and to keep us safe. Much like Firebane here, they have put
He gave
their,
his hair
their
for
lives
us.
in the line of duty. Yeah, they put their lives in the line of duty to help us. Let's help them back.
Exactly.
But so on that note, until next Monday, we will save you guys a seat at the Gamers Roundtable.
And remember,
Yeah.
like us,
Thanks.
follow us on YouTube and Facebook
Twitter,
and
all that
Twitter.
fun stuff.
Go hit up Firebane, like him, follow him, do all that awesome shit. And remember, stay drunk because that's in our name.
No one else will.
No one else will but you
Yeah.
and me. That's about
All right.
it. The other three
See
are
you
just here
guys.
for
Have
backup.
a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
Adios, everybody.